Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be trying something a little bit new because, as you noticed, we did not run our. So the way we're going to start it, I am going to go into telling you guys what the topics are going to be first and foremost, and then we're going to run the intro, and then Sooni's going to come in. So just bear with us for a second because we're trying this a different way. Just to see if it helps our algorithm and people joining a little bit better. Yeah. So today, if you guys haven't already read our subject below our description, we're going to be talking about Candace Owens. This is a really big trending topic today. It's been since she announced that she has been baptized Catholic. The internet is losing its mind. They don't know what to do. Oh my God, how could she do this? Blah, 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 blah. It's amazing that we can even talk about this because SOONIE is quite literally on strike because she refuses to even look at what Candace posts until she schedules this debate she's supposed to have with Ben Shapiro. Then we're going to be talking about Joe Biden. He's going to be giving the commencement speech at a Black college. Go figure. So we'll talk about that. Then we're going to talk about John Legend. He did an interview with redhead Jen Psaki and proceeded to make some statements. He was on there talking about, I think, prison reform or bail reform. And he made some statements about Trump being a racist to his core. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the TikTok ban and the little interesting facts that you guys may not know about the TikTok ban and why it is most certainly going to happen. So prepare yourselves if you make your income on TikTok. Then we're going to talk about Brittney Griner. She was crying, y'all. She was crying on the news about how tough it was to be in the Russian prison. Okay, so we definitely got to talk about that. And then if you are white, please, 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 you must watch this because we have a woman who actually took the time to calculate how much her white privilege has made her. Okay. So we're going to tell you guys if you're white, around the average of what you've made over other people just based on the color of your skin. I think it's very interesting and I think it deserves a discussion. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Definitely drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from and if this is your first time, and get ready to start the show.
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with SOONIE and Mo. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ops.
so many ops.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many Glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
Hey, we're back. We're both back.
I just want to say that was pretty badass.
Was it?
You just
did it look
that
good?
on the whim. That looked super good.
It was a good
Same.
idea.
I wouldn't
SOONIE
have been able
came
to pull that off. Something would have went left.
Well, you came up with the idea. That was half the battle.
I did.
I just
see, great minds work alike, man. I mean, great minds work alike and they work together.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Let us know in the comments if you guys like that, because now we can just kind of jump right into it. You know what I mean?
Right into topics. Yeah.
Yeah, we can jump right into it. So yeah.
First, we got to do some in-house work. YouTube is doing a great job of censoring, bro. Please, can you guys do me a favor? Hit the share button if you're on Facebook. This is how it works on Facebook. Share it to your pages. That way people who are scrolling and they follow you, they see you're watching this, they'll come watch. If you're watching on YouTube, you should send it to, I guess, your Instagram groups or your Discord groups. I know you got them, okay? Because half of y'all got me in your groups. Please, please, please help get this show out because we work very hard. Seriously, we work hard. We come up with original content, original topics, talk about it in a way that no one's talking about it. We should have far more than 11 people watching.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't doing it. Y'all in the house. It's 9 o'clock. Didn't your mama tell you ain't nothing outside after 9 o'clock but some open legs?
That's right. You want to know how I know?
Jews, you know what? No, we don't want to know.
I was out.
We want to know what you was doing. Oh, why are you so bad?
I don't know. I have
I
fun.
was afraid to get beat, dog.
I had fun. I had a good childhood. I did. Hey, you know what? I just came up with another great idea. Okay.
What?
Because we want people to share this stream, right? So, like, maybe, like, really quick, you and I should do like a crazy, like a crazy, like, look animated, like, yeah, like you like that, right? And then people can screenshot this and then share it to their socials and
Good
just be like,
idea.
yo, okay, you guys, this is social media 101. Okay. This is social media 101. So, you guys screenshot once we like do the little animated look and then post it to your social medias and be like, yo, y'all need to come over. SOONIE and Mo are going off. And then people fall for it. And or I'll just be like, woo, and they'll be like, Mo's taking her top off. Mo's
Lord.
taking her top off. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think we should
I'm
do that.
down. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So we're gonna do let's do a couple takes like of angry faces. Like of something. Yeah.
I mean, I can make a lot of faces. My faces are endless.
Okay. Okay. So when I say action,
Action. We gotta pose.
What's the mood for this one? Like outrage, anger?
Yeah, because you didn't say this, but this is gonna be a big topic for me. Kanye West says that he's God. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
And Stephen A. Smith acted like a little P word and did the backpedal on something he said.
Yeah.
Just double down. So it's like a what the F kind of moment.
Okay. So
that's some blasphemy.
Let's do an outrage one.
Okay.
And then, yeah, let's just do an outrage one. We'll do a couple outrage ones. Okay. All right. Ready? Action. Okay. Did you guys screenshot it?
Did you screenshot it? Because you need to hurry up. I ain't got many more of these faces in me for long.
We're going to be like, no. Yeah, do that. Ready, set, action.
What?
Okay. I'm giving you the double finger. Oh gosh, we're crazy. We'll do anything for a click. We'll do anything for a like.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. Yeah. So hopefully you guys screenshotted that. If you didn't, too freaking bad. But please do share this. All right. What do you want to talk about? What should we talk about first? There's a lot of craziness. Yeah. You want to talk about the Kanye?
Yeah, let's talk about He's been in the news.
Yep.
For a few hours now. Now he's off and on kind of in the news a lot.
Yeah.
But he dubbed Chris Brown a god. 10 years ago, he said he was a god. He is asking for his wife to have threesomes. He's just doing a lot.
Oh, Kanye
West.
Yeah.
So, hold on. Let me just pull the headlines up. If you guys just go to Google, DuckDuckGo, whatever search engines that you use, and you just type in Kanye West, this is what's going to pop up. A bunch of debauchery. And I think that this is a big topic, number one, for Christian conservatives and conservatives alike, because he presented himself as like a kind of like a man in torment, which I still think he is, by the way. I'm not going to take that away from him. But a man in torment that found and sought after some sort of refuge in Jesus, which is great, right? We want all people to do that. At least I do.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just takes a swan dive off the deep end. I really don't know what happened. I really don't. So here's some of the things that he's in the headlines for right now. Make this bigger. Can y'all see it? Is it good? Is it big? Of course, a bunch of rappers in mainstream music, they're going after each other, sending diss tracks. J. Cole had a diss track. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Rick Ross, Chris Brown was thrown into it. He decided to diss Quavo over some used up vagina. But listen, the worldly news has been on fire. So he comes out and makes a statement and says he wants to have a threesome with his wife and Michelle Obama.
I love it.
Now, to me, bro, to me, Ye just admitted that he was gay and he's into trannies.
I disagree.
What do you mean you disagree?
Okay, so there's a few things. First of all,
Okay.
Ye, much like Trump, is an expert at the algorithm. He knows how to work it. Okay. You say you would, because if you watch the interview, and I have the clip from it, he says it very jokingly. Now, I know that you say it doesn't matter if you're joking or not. Okay. It's wrong on all levels. Okay. But the way I saw it is Ye is taking one for the team because this man is about exposing the truth. And if he has a threesome with Michelle Obama, he's definitely going to come back and tell us.
I cannot.
Are there beans and franks? Are there beans and franks on the menu?
Are you
okay?
You're saying that Ye can take one for the team because then that gives us the juicy insight on if she's actually a man or a woman.
Well, I mean, a threesome can just mean that he's going to watch, right? That is a threesome too. A threesome doesn't necessarily mean you have to like participate other than voyeurism, right? So
this is way out of my league. I'm listening here, but this is like out of my realm right now, you guys. What?
Yes, you could just have a threesome and you could participate, or you can just have like if you have a threesome with your actual partner, you could just have sex with your actual partner and then the third person can come in and have sex with them, or they can have sex and you can watch. So I think that Ye wants to just watch because he's trying to see, are the beans and the franks on the menu? Like,
what did you smoke before this show? What the fuck did you smoke before this show?
I didn't smoke. This is like
you just pulled that from the crack of your ass. What?
I'm just saying. But I'm just
look. I'm not
the
disagreeing with you, right?
He knows how to work the algorithm.
See, listen. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying I think you're offering him a life jacket right now and trying to make sense of this very illogical thing that he listen. The guy has been putting his wife on Front Street for months now. He has her walking around naked. Then he's got her covered with a big bear jacket. I don't know if it's like fashion or what it is, but it's weird. Okay, it's not normal, and it's not becoming of someone who says that they are a follower of Christ. Now he has since he has since come out and said something completely different. You know that Jesus let him down. Whoop de whoop de whoop. To me, you're just being a crybaby.
Yeah.
Like right here, this article where he says he has his issues with Jesus. And Jesus wasn't there in his darkest hour. He was there. He had to, the pieces and put his own life back together. But I want you to run the clip of him actually saying it. Now you're saying he's saying it in a playful way.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Hold on.
Gonna have a threesome with. You can pick anyone in the world. There's just one person. I think I know what you're thinking, but I'm not even gonna say no names. I just want to see what you would think.
Michelle Obama.
Gotta fuck the president's wife.
Oh Lord. He said you gotta fuck the president's wife. Now he didn't pick Melania. He didn't pick Jill Biden because here's the thing. Let's just say Ye would have given the Christian answer. I would never have a threesome. Boring. Yes, that's like a very Christian thing to do, and us normal people would say that. But he's Kanye West. He has Vultures 2 to promote. He's got to say crazy shit. Not to mention,
I don't believe that.
If he wants to stay alive, he needs to act crazy. That is it. Okay. Period.
If he wants to stay alive, he needs to act crazy.
That just follow me. Okay. Anybody who stands 10 toes down with how they rationally think either gets killed, mysteriously unalives themselves, disappears, or has like a heart attack, right? Now, if you act crazy, a la Britney Spears, a la Kanye West, a la Wendy Williams, guess what? You get to stay alive because the whole world deems you as crazy. So they ain't got nothing to worry about.
All right. See, look, when I met Mo and she told me her associations, okay, the little dingers in my head went off. This is no BS. I think I told you the story and we had a laugh about it. She told me some stuff and I was like, bro, what if this is my handler? Because you have a way of rationalizing the crazy shit in Hollywood that I could never imagine. You just said these people are pretending to be crazy so that they can stay alive. This makes me feel like you have some insider information that we don't know how.
Okay, you want to hear something crazier?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get let me get the name because this is somebody you know, but I can't remember her name. Okay, so I hope Jerron is not listening right now.
Why?
I hope he's not listening, okay? Because
all right.
Do you know who is friends with Jerron?
Who?
Claudia Jordan.
Yes, I know her.
Okay. So Claudia Jordan was recently mentioned in the
by Jaguar, right?
Yes, right? Talking about how she knows about all the shit happening, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started to think about something. I was like, Jerron really came to me out of nowhere. Okay. He popped into my DMs off of a comment that I made on Travion's legal issues with the Trump case, right? Mm-hmm. And I had remember, it was shortly after I made that whole video about Ruby and like the whole debacle, like literally exposing thoughts and ideas and like all those documents that like I got my hands on, right? All of a sudden, Jerron pops into my DMs and he's like, Jerron, I love you. I'm not saying anything that you're a bad person, but I'm just questioning. Okay. So Jerron pops in my DMs and he's like, oh, so your friend Travion, like you better tell her, blah, blah, blah. So then that's how we started a conversation. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like, me and Jerron are cool, right? And then I'm thinking, what if Jerron was sent by the Illuminati, a la Claudia Jordan, okay, to shut me up? Because you know why? Okay, that TikToker, that TikToker that recently, like, all of a sudden died because, and she was like known for exposing like the Michael Jackson stuff. Like she was telling too many truths, right? And then all of a sudden she died. Now a second one has died. And it's crazy because people have been like popping in my DMs since I've been talking about the Michael Jackson case. And they're like, be careful, Mo. Like if you get too close to the truth.
Bro, this is crazy. Somebody literally said in my comment section, be careful of your speech. They're watching you. No BS.
What?
Anybody who was watching me on Instagram Live, you guys were there for that. And I was like, who's watching me? What are you talking about?
But who said that?
I don't know. It's some page I've never seen before. I have no clue.
What?
I don't know, man. I don't feel like what I'm saying is that controversial, or like, I don't feel like you say anything freaking controversial. See, I was there and I zipped my mouth, bro. Listen, this can't be happening to both of us.
What?
Just saying.
Okay, but this is weird though. And so I kind of feel like we need to have Jerron back on the show because I feel like I need to confront him about this.
That confrontation would be funny.
Cause like I'm just thinking about it. Like it's very odd how he just appeared in my DMs like that.
Hey man, look.
He's an actor.
I don't believe in coinky dinks. I really don't. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't think people just like pop up. Sometimes I think things like that happen, but there's something about the way, and when I say the universe, let me make this real clear. I'm not talking about some feminine energy that is just controlling what's going on. Mm-hmm. I'm just speaking about life and how we end up crossing paths. and the
Right.
way we cross paths.
Right.
I don't think it happens by chance. I think you are where you're supposed to be in that moment.
Yep.
I don't believe in predestination. I think things in life just kind of happen the way they're supposed to happen. Really
Yes.
what I believe. And I believe we squander those things when we don't work to cultivate whatever was meant to be.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Well, and I believe, to take it further, that everybody in your life, like everybody, big figures, small figures, people that you just like pass, like once or twice, right? I believe all those people have actually been with our souls our entire life, because I do believe that we're like reincarnated at some point, but like they've been with us our entire life. They've just played like different roles, right?
Yeah.
And like you're constantly presented with the same people in every life and like the same challenges, but they get harder and harder and harder. And the people, they just switch. Cause like, have you ever met somebody? I don't even know how we got on this topic, but you ever met somebody and you're just like, they have like the most familiar energy. Like, I feel like I know them.
I was like kindred spirits.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, but in my upbringing and like my foundation and background, that's something very demonic, because demons present themselves as something familiar in order to do whatever madness they're trying to do. But either way, I get what you're saying about Ye, because that's what we were talking about, and that's how we got here, because you just asked that.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It makes sense. But at the same time, I don't think that that's the culprit every time. I think this guy has been to the highest of highs when it comes to what you can achieve in life. He's hit the glass dome. He can't go no higher. And I think he's seen some shit. Okay. And I think he's messed up because of whatever he saw, whatever he experienced, and whatever he did.
Yeah.
And I think those things manifest.
Yeah.
He's crazy, bro. To have your wife out here looking like that, bro, you got some marbles loose. To refer to yourself as God, like that's crazy as crap to me.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom why anybody would say that, even if it was in a joking manner. You're dubbing other people God. Chris is a god. It just reminds me of anybody who's ever paid attention to Erykah Badu. She's into that weird 5%er bullshit, just weird spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
Those people just seem super wicked to me.
But
I may be being judgmental, but
yeah,
this is what it just reminds me of, that whole thing. And most celebrities, especially black celebrities, they do go that realm. Like they go to that direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree. I think he's probably been, like you said, he's seen some stuff. He's completely damaged.
Yeah.
I do think, he's often said he thinks he's like a savant or he's autistic or whatever. I think he's got a little bit of that with like mental illness mixed in. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like take all the crazy away. He's an artistic genius when it comes to like music. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you just look at it that way, he has to have something else, like a very special something about him that can only be given to you by God. But yeah, I mean, it is really weird, because I think at one time I remember him telling Kim, like, put your titties away. Like,
exactly.
No wife of mine is going to dress like this. And she was like, what do you mean? You created me. Like, you made me dress like this because you said that I needed, remember when she was like in her phase of just like dressing super scandalous, and then he wanted her to cover up. And now his wife, Bianca, is like all over the streets. My God, it's amazing if you see her in anything that covers her skin. And even if it does, it's like see-through,
It's odd.
It is really
I don't
odd.
know. I'm gonna say what people hate to hear, but it's my contribution. He needs thoughts and prayers, bro. I don't know what that dude is going through.
Yeah.
I hope he finds it and he rectifies it. But I just think he's a slave to this industry.
Yeah.
And I think he had a moment of being like, you know what? I'm gonna bust out of it. I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah.
And I think the bank situation, losing Yeezy, probably losing his family, only having limited access to his kids, on
Mhm.
top of media. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's a little tapped right now.
Yeah.
Did he posted this?
Yeah. Well, this is why I brought this up because he posted this in 2022. This was when he was in
Okay.
his Christian phase, and he said, you can see it. Remove any and all forms of pornography from Twitter and every platform. Pornography is the product of pedophilia. When grown men look at porn, they are watching someone's daughter relive trauma for money. Well, the way he's got his wife looking around is pretty much pornographic. I mean, men are looking at her body, right? So it's weird.
Shout out to Bryson. His comment said that's when he had God.
Oh, is that what he said in this? He said it here?
Bryson
that's
typed it.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. So anyways, but this is the platform that posted like all the clips
Yeah.
from that interview, and it was on the Download podcast. I believe the full interview is up. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I watched a little bit of it. I don't know. I've got a very short attention span.
yeah.
And he wasn't saying anything that was really grabbing me to the point where I want to listen.
Yeah.
Honestly, you need to go back to the drawing board and try again. Yeah, because this ain't it, pimp. Promise you.
Is this true?
Is what true?
TikTok
Breaking
banning
news: TikTok has just been banned through the Senate. Now look, damn, Cyrus, you just ruined it for the audience. Good
What
God,
happened? Were you going to break that news?
I was.
So TikTok is gone?
Listen, TikTok. I guess we can get into the legislation if you're ready for that.
Let's go.
We're kind of being forced out of it. So yes, the news is true. Congress is finally set to approve a TikTok ban, right? But they are giving an extended amount of time for them to sell, and this might not go into effect right away as far as the bill goes.
Okay.
So this is what MSN is saying. I like their news sometimes. They're pretty. Sometimes they could be objective, and other times they're like, eh. But anyways, how soon could a potential ban take effect? It could probably take several years from now. According to the statute's language, ByteDance would have 9 months to divest and find an American buyer for TikTok once the bill is signed into law. On top of that, the president can push back the deadline by an additional 90 days. That means without sale, the soonest TikTok could shut down in the US would be more than a year from now, which is what I was talking about when I said they're probably going to give them a year to sell in which an American buyer will step up. If ByteDance sues to block the implementation of the statute, which it has said it would do, the ban will be taken up by DC Circuit Court of Appeals, according to Isaac Boltansky, the director of policy for financial services and firm. So, yeah, the TikTok ban is taking place. But what's important is that you read the legislation. Me and Mo were talking about legislation this morning and what was actually in this legislation and why it was already going to pass. It's going to pass because both sides are coming to this bipartisan, vibe to where I'm going to give you what you want. You give me what I want. We'll come together on this. They're going to do it on TikTok. They're going to do it on a future. This is something that will be in the news a lot. Motion to vacate is another one that they're going to be negotiating and coming in agreements together to potentially, I think this is to save his own ass, Mike Johnson, because this is the Speaker of the House, the one who is negotiating all these things, coming up with these deals. But TikTok is going to do what it does. If you guys really think they're going to let TikTok go without proposing a buyer, I would say you don't understand how our government is so interested in what we have to do that, all the reasons that they said TikTok couldn't be in existence. And I read some of the reasons that they're saying that this app is very dangerous, okay, which is crazy. They listed sexual behavior as one of them. One of the main reasons why this is dangerous in China's hands. And I started to question myself, why would sexual behavior be something that you're worried about? Like, what's the problem?
And why
To
just on
me,
TikTok?
and why just on TikTok? Because these
Mhm.
things exist on Instagram, they exist on Facebook. They just want to know any and everything about you. Number one, I think so that they can. Somebody said this a couple days ago. I can't remember who it was. But they like to blackmail politicians into doing whatever the fuck they want them to do. I think it's
Mhm.
surveillance,
Mhm.
period. I don't even have a number system. I think they just want to be able to surveil us even more. And this cannot exist in China's hands. Yes, Facebook is watching us, Instagram is watching us. But TikTok, when it has access to your sexual behaviors, meaning if you watch a sexually charged video
Mhm.
or you tend to follow OnlyFans, they have that behavior about you. That is freaking weird.
Yeah.
China can't have it, but America can.
Mhm.
That was very strange to me. Give me a second. I'm gonna actually pull up the bill so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It was crazy reading it. I was laying down reading this like this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What the F? My exact sentiments reading this bill.
Yeah. I mean, man, if anything, I may just have to buy stock in TikTok or ByteDance because seriously, because the hashtag of like don't take away our voice or something like that on TikTok is like going to be trending. And a user at Dad's Life Jason tweeted to his 13.8 million followers, or not tweeted, but he posted on TikTok to his 13.8 million followers. We have to make noise so that they don't take our voice away. Okay.
Mhm.
So what that's going to do is it's going to push an enormous amount of people to go to TikTok once they understand that this isn't necessarily going to go away like that it all is
Mhm.
based on, like what you said, a bunch of other factors of,
Mhm.
the courts and the selling of it and all this other stuff, that it's just going to increase traffic on TikTok even more, making
Yep.
the people that use TikTok, the owners of TikTok, that much more wealthy.
Rich.
Yeah.
So yes, this is an attempt to control information. It's also an attempt to surveil the population. This is a power move from our government. We're living in a technocracy. I don't know if you guys know what that is. You know how they always talk about a democracy ruled by the people via representatives.
Mhm.
We live in what is called an oligarch technocracy, bro. If you don't know what that is, get on your Googles, go look into these things. These
We did
are
it to ourselves.
we did do it to ourselves. We did
did. We
because
did.
they have implemented anything the way you make money. And I was
Yeah.
talking to Carmen about this a couple of nights ago. We were up, she was up late and we were on the live just vibing out about this bill. The way we eat, the way we shop, the way we get around town,
Yeah.
the way we communicate, the way we run our businesses, everything is online.
Yeah.
Everything is online. And TikTok makes a lot of people a lot of money.
Mhm.
So if you think America's going to let that go, when that's more money that they could be funneling to Ukraine and Israel, they're not
Mhm.
going to. They're just going to slap a bunch of restrictions on it and limit the information that you were getting once before.
Yeah.
That's really what I believe is going to
Yeah.
happen. I don't think TikTok is going anywhere.
They're going to control the information to where whatever they want to be on
Yeah.
TikTok is going to be on TikTok.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What do you guys think in the comment section? I want to know what people are thinking about this. Are you worried that TikTok is going to go somewhere, or do you understand what I'm saying here and what Mo's trying to explain, which is it's just a power grab, bro. They're not. It's a power grab.
It says here, according to a survey from the financial services group Wedbush, approximately 60% of TikTok user respondents said they would simply migrate to Instagram or Facebook in the event of a sale, while 19% say they would go to YouTube. Analysts with financial services company Bernstein arrived at a similar estimate in a note to the clients, the forecast that Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, would take over as much as 60% of TikTok's US ad revenue, with YouTube gaining 25% and Snapchat would also benefit. So they get rich no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want people to forget this. I think that a major reason that Congress is moving the way it's moving is because of the free-flowing information regarding Israel and Gaza.
Yeah.
If you've ever read Noam Chomsky, Manufactured Consent, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Go get that book, bro. And if you don't like reading, you can listen to the audiobook. It's really good. I know he's a raging liberal, but he understands the game.
Yeah. Yeah, Apex, I don't, a lot of people are like, oh, Rumble. Listen, Rumble has not taken off like it should. People thought it was going to take off. And I'll tell you why. It's boring. Okay. All you can get on Rumble, I think so. I mean, it's kind of like, Podcast Central, right?
Yeah.
Like people are into short form content. They want access to information and they want it quickly. So where platforms like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok really excel and Rumble does not, is they have a lot of short form funny content, whereas Rumble does not. It's a little bit more serious. A lot of conservatives are on there. And I don't think it really appeals to both sides. And you need to have a platform where there is a diverse of opinions. And I don't really feel like Rumble has that.
I mean, you would know more than I do because I was on Rumble, but it was only for our situation when I was setting up different platforms to see how it was going to work.
Yeah.
And I watch videos that are banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
I guess, but that's all I use it for. I don't use it for anything else other than watching banned content that doesn't exist on YouTube, because you're right. Yeah. YouTube, it has music. It has, your favorite content creators. Like I was just listening to School for Prophets. He does different breakdowns of different churches and denominations.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on Rumble. That's on YouTube. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
A commie move? Oh, for sure. There was a lot of communist crap in this bill. Hopefully it'll let me pull it up. For some reason it's not opening on my end. I had the PDF, but
dude, I'll give you a really good example. Okay. Like we have great shows every Tuesday and Friday with lots of great information. I post 1 3-minute video about a wax person finding shit in somebody's asshole, and that gets 1,000 views in 3 days.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and you guys, like, blame who you want to blame, but we're all to blame because we all like that short form content. Okay.
Yeah.
My friend Heather's on here. Okay. We don't share between all of us these like long, hey, go watch this podcast. No, it's like TikToks all day long, like funny things all day long. That's what people want to see. People go to the internet to laugh and to get really quick little, grabs, like that Kanye interview of him saying he's going to have a threesome with Michelle Obama, because nobody's going to go watch the whole interview.
Watch the whole thing.
We're going to, but they're just like, I can see everything I need to in the shorts.
Yeah. Well, SOONIE, they don't even read legislation. You think they're going to read a book. You know what? It's always been some solid advice to plant the seed and someone else has to water it.
Yeah.
You might go read the book. Mo might get bored one day and say, let me go read Noam Chomsky, or let me go listen to this audiobook while I'm doing shit. So it doesn't matter. If they don't read a book or they choose to read the book, it really doesn't matter to me. And honestly, if you don't want to read the book, I would rather you come listen to credible sources here.
Right.
So if you ain't got to read it, just come on back every Tuesday and every Friday, and I'm going to help you understand what's going on. So another part of this bill that I think people should be deeply disturbed by, because I was deeply disturbed, is, in my opinion, America's attempt at really pushing communism, which is something that they claim to be fighting against. And of course, this current administration gives all of us commie vibes. But this is the bill that they just agreed upon, but the repurposing of Russian sovereign assets, which to me is like, why is that our place? They're not attacking us. They're not attacking someone that's really an ally or a part of NATO. So why are we having this visceral response for Russia? It didn't make sense to me. So I decided to dig into this bill and read it. I'm not going to read all of it because it's long. But on February 24, 2022, the government of Russian Federation violated the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine by engaging in a premeditated second illegal invasion of Ukraine. This is the war and the invasion that we've been talking about for years. This is where conservatives stood together saying this has nothing to do with us. We shouldn't be concerned about Ukraine and what they got going on with Russia. Let's mind our business and let's stop sending money to them. Just so you guys understand where we are. The international community has condemned the illegal invasion of Ukraine by the Russian Federation, as well as the commission of aggression, war crimes, and crimes against humanity, and genocide. Just listen to how they're responding to Russia. Genocide by officials of the Russian Federation, including through the deliberate targeting of civilian infrastructure. Do you guys understand where I'm going with this? Don't we have an ally that is doing exactly this? Right here, everything I'm reading. We have an ally that is right now doing everything that we are condemning Russia for doing. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
They're given the reasons why it is okay to repurpose Russian sovereign assets. The reason it's okay is because they're using women and children as human shields. I'm going to say that. I don't care who don't like it.
And does
That's
this
the reason that
say
it's wrong.
how much of the Russian sovereign assets they're using? Because I know
It does. It
there's
goes into a
60,
breakdown.
is it 60.84 billion to address the Ukraine conflict? I see 23 billion to replenish US weapons, stocks and facilities, 26 billion for Israel, 9.1 billion for humanitarian needs, and 8.12 billion for Indo-Pacific, including Taiwan. Is that right? Is that?
Yeah. That's the amounts that they're giving. Now, here's where we get into the numbers of Russian sovereign assets, right? So they're saying approximately 300 billion of their assets have been immobilized worldwide. Only a small fraction of those assets, between 1 and 2%, or they give you actual numbers, 4 billion and 5 billion, are reportedly subject to the jurisdiction of the United States of America. If you guys watched me on Monday, I went live and I talked about this bill and I told you guys to come watch today because I was going to go deeper into what was actually in it. Here are the numbers. Okay. So we control between 4 billion and 5 billion. That's in our jurisdiction as America. Belgium controls the majority of it, which is the 190 billion. Okay. The government of Belgium has publicly indicated that any action by that government regarding those assets would be predicated upon the support of the G7. You guys know what the G7 is.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they all come together as world leaders and decide what they're going to do in conflicts like this.
Right.
So Belgium is going to have to go with what the G7 is saying to determine what happens with the Russian assets. Are you guys following me or are you lost? I don't want to lose anybody. Let me know in the comments section. So this is the money that they're going to be divvying up should they agree together that Russia is effing up and they need to pay for what's happening in Ukraine instead of other countries, right? Russia is considered to be an aggressor state. The extreme illegal actions taken by the Russians, including the act of aggression and a present unique situation, justifying the establishment of a legal authority for the United States government and other countries to confiscate Russian sovereign assets in their respective jurisdictions. Are you kidding me?
We're sponsoring terrorism, people.
Hey,
This is
you're
what this
doing
is.
what I don't think you should be doing. Okay, Russia, you don't have a right to go and fight for territory. It is their sovereign land, and those people that are being, you know, tormented and shelled by the what do you want to like the resistance groups out there, right? They don't like the fact that you're ethnically Russian.
Mhm.
Those people got to deal with the fact that we're cutting off their water supply, right? Because that's what Zelensky did. He cut off the water supply. You know what they did? You know what they did? You know what they blamed? We have rebels there. Doesn't this sound familiar? Hamas
Yeah.
is in those buildings. No, we're gonna cut the internet off because Hamas is there. They're doing the exact same thing, just on the opposite side. And we are stepping in saying, hey, me and other countries, we're going to decide what happens with these sovereign assets. And they plan to repurpose them and the compensation to Ukraine. I want you guys to go read the rest of this yourself because it goes way deeper. Our country is operating in a very, in my opinion, maniacal, just downright disgusting, dark manner. It is crazy to go play bully to another country and then grab other countries to play bully with you when we're not even being held accountable in that manner.
Yeah.
How many times do we go to other countries and take over and say we're spreading democracy? How many times do we get caught? I'll say it more so happened in the 20-year war that we just got out of, which is the war on terror. They got caught shooting up vans that had women and children in them, fathers, families. Joe Biden just sent the drone strike to somehow answer for what happened at the with the Kabul airport where they were pulling out and those 13 soldiers got bombed. Drone strike the whole family. So does Iran now get to come together with everybody else and say, hey, we're gonna go ahead and confiscate all the assets that we have jurisdiction over? And Belgium, yeah, all of us at the G7 summit, we're gonna take what's ours. What the? You know what? There's no way you're doing that to America, and there's no way that anybody in the country would settle for something like that.
Yeah,
bro, if we live in a crazy time, go read this piece of legislation, please.
And what's crazy is the whole TikTok thing that we were just talking about is lumped into this. Okay, that's how you get shit to pass. Is you throw a little line in there, and here it is. Okay, it says separately. The package includes proposals that allow the U.S. to seize from Russian central bank assets, which is what SOONIE was just saying, to rebuild Ukraine and impose sanctions on Iran, Russia, and China, as well as provisions that the China-based owner of the popular video app TikTok sells its stake within a year or faces a U.S. ban. Like, did anybody in Congress go, wait, you just tried to slip to give us just the tip right there. That's called a game of just the tip, right?
Yep.
Congress said, we just want to cuddle, right? And then they said, we're going to give you just the tip. And then that's what they did. Okay. Who voted against this bill? Let's see.
Who voted against it?
Let's see.
I think there were 27 nays.
Yeah. Let's see. The vote in which the aid package for Israel was passed was 366 to 58, had 37 Democrats and 21 Republicans in opposition. Al Jazeera's Patty Kolhan said that the Democrats who voted against the bill on Israel were very vocal in their criticism of the Israeli prime minister. The numbers might not sound like a lot, but this is really remarkable. It would be unimaginable a day or two ago. I believe it shows a great shift in the Democratic Party.
Interesting. Guys, let me know what you think in the chat. We got to keep the chat active. This is also how we get more people to watch. I want to know what you guys think in the chat. You're Americans. You function just like we do, which is why I enjoy doing this show, because I'm literally a housewife, military housewife. I'm a regular citizen just like you. I just have more time to sit down and read through these things. Are you guys aware a lot of the time of what's in this bill, or is it just the flashy headlines that grab you? Because I'm kind of convinced that people are solely focused on TikTok, that they're not paying attention to anything else.
Well, that's what they
Nothing
wanted.
else.
That's what they wanted. That was
You're right. Hey, let's throw TikTok in here so they can not really give a crap about all the foreign spending we got going on.
Well, that's
So
what they did.
I went
That's
over
what they did.
Israel. I'm sorry.
That's what they did for the basic folk, you and me, right? They were like, TikTok, that's the keyword for us, right? But they knew to throw TikTok in the small print, right?
Yeah.
And past that, using what would grab Congress's attention, which is this bullshit.
Absolutely.
So
I just went over Ukraine. Now I'm going to get into Israel. The bill provides $26.38 billion to support Israel. By the way, if you want to know the total we're at for Ukraine at this moment, as you said, the compensation, we are at $143 billion.
this is crazy.
That is the amount we are at right now. 123 billion. I mean, 43 billion. I'm sorry. So Israel is about to get 26.38 billion to reimburse U.S. military operations in response to recent attacks and provide humanitarian assistance to civilian victims of conflicts worldwide, including Palestinians in Gaza. This is another conversation that we had off camera. I like to use Mo as like a buffer. This is crazy. Listen to this. Some 5.2 billion will go towards replenishing and expanding Israel's missile and rocket defense system. Another 3.5 billion will go to purchasing advanced weapon systems. 1 billion to enhance weapon production. 4.4 billion for other supplies and services provided to Israel. Humanitarian aid package totals 9.15 billion. But listen to this. It prohibits funds to the United Nations work relief and work agencies which provide support to Palestinian refugees. Why are you prohibiting the funds that actually go and help the people?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I was having that conversation with you earlier. Where is this money going?
Right. Oh, we lost your sound. We lost her sound. Okay, well, while SOONIE fixes her sound, like what she wants to say is, oh, you got it.
Okay, I'm back.
There you are. There you are.
What I want to say? I want to hear what you're about to say.
What she wants to say is how the fuck does it take billions of dollars, okay, to revitalize a country that was a piece of fucking shit to begin with? Como puede ser? That's what she meant to say.
Well, I mean, you're giving that's a lot of money, bro. 9.15 billion in humanitarian aid.
Yeah.
There's no oversight on where that money's going to. How do we know this is not just some cover for them to keep funding Hamas?
Exactly. Like this is what I've been saying. Like every time they pass these bills, like why are we not asking for an accounting of where this money is going? Like show me the families that all this is helping.
Yes.
Show me the buildings that we're rebuilding. Show me the infrastructure that we're putting in. Show me something, because I'll tell you what, if I give you $20, okay, I'm trying to make like you better be posting the Big Mac meal you got with the $20 to prove it didn't go into, something else. I'm just saying. But we're going to hand over billions and not ask for any accounting of that money?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Last but not least, I want to talk to you guys about the sanctions that are being placed on Iran. Listen, Iran, sorry. I am in no way in support of terrorism or terroristic activity. Number one, on their own citizens, and especially against mine. I'm going to stand firm on that 1000%. If we bomb the crap out of Iran tomorrow because they touched a hair on an American citizen, okay. Shout out to our military. You got the job done, right? but I'm also going to remain consistent and say, bro, this is crazy. All right. So there's additions to this bill, right? And it contains several measures on Iran sanctions, including 2 that could explicitly impact petroleum exports if implemented and enforced. I just want you guys to hear that.
What does that mean? What does that?
What does that
Can you-
mean?
yeah, dumb that down for me. What does that mean? And
So
then I have a mind of Moism to go with the petroleum.
look, since you decided to fire back at Israel, now you're about to fuck around and find out. And we're about to wreak havoc on the way you make your money. Now that petroleum that you export to make moolah, okay, we about to shut that down.
Okay.
That's what he said.
So hear me out. And I'm sorry to keep interrupting because you have a very serious topic here, but I'm trying to keep people entertained, but this is a very serious question that I had today. Okay. So on my Nextdoor app, somebody posted that they went to go gas up at a gas station that was nearby me. And then all of a sudden they had been gassing up there and all of a sudden their car was having issues. So they took it to the dealer and the dealer was like, you're only supposed to put premium gas in this car. And the guy's like, yeah, duh. I've had this car for years. That's all I've been putting into it. And the guy's like, well, we tested the fuel and this is not premium fuel. So then I was like, what the fuck? Do we even know when we hit the button on the fucking machine, what kind of gas we're getting? We don't even question it because we have been told, oh, this is unleaded. This is mid-grade. This is premium. And you just trust what's coming out of the pump. So then I was like, okay, somebody who understands gas. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, yeah, they make a lot of money on petroleum. Okay. And petroleum is a lot of things. It's not just gasoline that you put in your car. But see, now my question is, are they giving us the cheap shit? Okay. While they make the money on the expensive shit. That's number one. Number two is when you go to the gas station and you see the truck pull up to fill up the shit underground that comes out into your car, there's only one truck. I don't see no truck that says premium unleaded truck. This one's got the only one truck. So this whole time, I'm just telling y'all, we have been trusting that we're getting all this certain type of gas. And it's getting worse, people. I'm telling you right now, they putting funny gas in there. You just wait and see.
That was a good mind of Mo moment. Thanks for bringing that back.
One truck.
Yeah. Sorry, I needed to eat something real quick. So that's what that means. Now we already have sanctions on their oil exports. Over its nuclear program, but the shipments have risen among a strong demand from China. So pretty much Iran, we're going to really mess with the way you make money. Okay? And we're going to irritate you so much that we put ourselves back into a war by proxy of Israel. I think I was saying this for a number of years. There is going to be a war by proxy. I don't know if it'll be on the scale of World War III.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people speak on that. I've spoken on it several times. I don't know if it'll be like that, but I believe there's going to be another war. I don't know when it's going to happen, but if they keep screwing around with these countries that already don't care, okay, and feel like we are the devil reincarnated, we're going to be into another conflict. These folks already hate us.
Yeah.
Are you about to say, oh, them exports, oh, that's going to sanction just because China's been coming to you more.
Right.
Now, this is a badass move from America. They're telling people F around and find out. This would happen.
Right.
But for the people that get affected because of these moves, I think we're looking at it in a different way than they are. They're just being willy-nilly.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just cogs in a machine to a lot of politicians and people that run our government.
Yeah.
We're just a necessary, we are just here for their use and their disposal. That's really what it comes down to. And that's a somber reality.
Yeah.
But when you read bills like this and you read the sanctions that they're imposing, and then you hear about a bombing that occurs, and then you have family members that get deployed because they got to go clean up your fucking mess and all the shit that you're doing over in these other countries, it makes you think a little different.
Yeah,
Makes things a little
it
different.
certainly does. And SOONIE said last week, I said it. We should have never traded Nancy. We should have kept Nance. SOONIE said it today. She said, "I'm sorry, we were better off with Nance." And you know what?
I just look up there.
We were. And you know, and I said to SOONIE today, I was like, when that whole Nancy Pelosi thing went down, way too smooth. That shit happened so fast. Like they were like, we don't like Nancy. And then everybody voted and boom, the bitch was gone. How? How did that happen that quick? She'd been there forever. She'd been pulling the strings. Like, how did that? Nobody was like, wait a minute. This is a little too smooth for my liking.
And she went quietly.
And she went quietly, y'all. And you know what? You dumbass conservatives, not the ones here, but other ones, were like, yeah, we got her out. We won. Make America great again, dude. No, that's not. No, we lost. When something happens that easy, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
And now they fiddle it around with these speakers. And when I say they, I mean our side, fiddling around with these speakers that I don't know what's going on. SOONIE, you should talk about that theory that Liddell had.
The motion to vacate.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the legislation and how, you know, it's bad. I mean, I still believe the legislation is bad at its foundation.
Yeah.
But Liddell presented more of a strategic mindset about it. If you have a rule set in place that is an old rule that was set in place. I think you said back in 1910 was the last time it was used against.
Yep.
I forgot who you said it was used against.
Republican Speaker Joseph Cannon. FYI, the only time motion to vacate has been used has been initiated by Republicans. Just saying.
This is no lie.
Ever.
She did a little history on it.
Since 1910.
So this is what's been happening since 1910, right? Fast forward, Kevin McCarthy gets into negotiations about implementing this rule that it should only take one person to trigger this, and it should go through if the motion to I'm sorry, my mind just drew.
The motion to vacate will go through the House.
It'll go through the House, and you have to have a majority, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it'll do. They are now negotiating to make new rules because now he is having his position threatened by what I like to call the radical conservatives. They almost operate as neocons. You guys know what a neocon is? It's pretty much a progressive that's liberal. That's what we're starting to see. I mean, a progressive that's so-called conservative. I'm so sorry. That's what we're starting to see in the conservative movement, right? So his job is up for grabs. So what does he do? Let me go negotiate with the Democrats, right? Guys, we both want foreign spending and we both want TikTok gone. So let's come together on this issue. And if we come together on this issue, I will sit down and have a conversation with you about the motion to vacate. Now, I'm not making this up. I'm going to pull up several articles for you guys that I found just off of having this conversation with Liddell that I was kind of thrown aback that this was actually something that they had been negotiating for a long, long, long time. And I think I actually have it right here. This is from 2000. This was from last year when they did when they ousted Kevin McCarthy, right? Republicans consider killing motion to vacate rule that Gates used to oust McCarthy. Why do Republicans want to change it? A potential vote on the next speaker could come as soon as next week, but the divide over whether to change the rule could not complicate the path to winning the gavel. Could complicate it, I'm sorry. Republican Carlos Jimenez, is that how you say it?
Jimenez,
Jimenez of Florida said that he would not support any candidate until there is a commitment on the reform rule. No one can govern effectively while being threatened by fringe hostage takers. He's talking about, I don't like what you've done, so motion to vacate. Right? That's what we see Marjorie Taylor Greene doing. That's what we saw Matt Gaetz doing, which I 100% agree. You shouldn't just be able to throw a tantrum. Excuse me. Republican Mark Molinaro of New York called a motion to vacate a bad precedent and said the threshold should be very high. It is an absolute mistake to allow such a small number of folk to be able to initiate a disruptive process, and hopefully we reverse it. So
Mhm.
this is something that the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has been in negotiation with Democrats. Now, here's Liddell's theory. He heard Trump say, me and Speaker Mike Johnson are on the same page. We know Trump has been 1000% in opposition to this TikTok ban, right? So they have a year to sell. An American will buy it.
Well, he is now.
Well, of course, he flip flopped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. His recent, look, it's all starting to come together for me a little bit. I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But not only do we help TikTok, but we also put somebody in Trump's back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Liddell thinks that he is saying, okay, negotiate, make deals so that when he comes into office, he's got no problem passing legislation that he deems necessary for the country. I think it is a very idealistic viewpoint.
Risky.
But I also think it is risky because Democrats could switch at the drop of a dime and decide to do something else.
Right.
But I also can see how something like that can go down given the piece of legislation that we just seen pass through when we've seen Congress arguing nonstop on foreign spending. Republicans have said we want no more Ukrainian spending. This is why they got rid of Kevin McCarthy to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
A new Speaker of the House comes in, one that you all wanted to be there, right? Because they did want Jim Jordan, but they got Mike Johnson. And he continues the trend of more spending to Ukraine. But at the end of the day, members of Congress are agreeing to these terms that you claim you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
You're agreeing. You're passing legislation that has both your spending and their spending in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Liddell thinks that this is a chess move and Trump's playing the long game. And the motion to vacate could actually help him in the long run because let's say it is a Speaker of the House that's in his back pocket. Democrats and Republicans are going to have to do more than just have one person go to the House and get the majority, which I agree with. It shouldn't be this easy. So maybe this is working in the country's favor. Maybe it's not. Maybe Liddell is a bit idealistic, and maybe I'm a bit pessimistic where I'm like, why would Democrats agree to this? Just off some spend, like would a spending bill really make them do something like this? Are they really that desperate to get money over to Ukraine? That's what's making me think.
Well, yeah, because I think it's not just about getting money over to Ukraine. I think Ukraine has us in, and when I say us, via the trash that sits up at our, building up in Washington, and they sit, the Congress and the president, that have all these shady business deals with all these different companies and, people in Ukraine and the shit that they go over there and do and like all kinds of stuff. Like, I think it's more than just we really want to help these people. Like, we're humanitarians. No,
Facts.
It's about these people know something about these other people and they're trying to protect their ass. And that's why they're doing this type of stuff. But here's the thing about Liddell's theory for me is it's risky, number one. Number two, like, just fucking do something, man. Like I said to SOONIE, we've had the ball, okay? And we keep fumbling the fucking ball. Like, stop playing with our emotions, Smokey. Come on now. God. Come on.
You said quit playing with my emotions.
Well, you just quit playing with my emotions, Smokey, because here's the thing. Like, listen, Trump did great. You guys know I'm gonna vote for Trump. You guys know I love Trump. You guys know that I think right now he's the best option we have. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't start dicking around with these games, okay? Of today, this guy's the speaker. Today, this is the guy I endorse. Today, I made a phone call to Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz and told them to convince everybody there on the floor to get them to vote for this guy, right? Stop playing with us. because these people, this is affecting us, the American people. And Trump, you run on the fact that you are running to protect America. You're running to make America great again. Like, don't use us as a pawn in whatever shit you got going on. Like, you were supposed to drain the swamp. Now I feel like you dipping your toe in it, bro. You know what I mean?
Man. This legislation, y'all, the moves that are being made, it's politics. I actually found it, I'm going to be honest with you. We were having the conversation and I was like, bro, this is what I needed. Because it gets a bit boring and like daunting reporting the same shit. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, bro, I'm sick of y'all doing this, and this. I don't want to be a complainer. I want to be somebody who can see the long game. So when we were talking, I was like, dang, you know how your mind unlocks? It's like cheat code. I was pulling up everything. I'm like, okay, they've been negotiating this here. Somebody brought up Hakeem Jeffries being a speaker in the future. This could be a move to solidify that. You never know. Mm-hmm. Like you just said, it could be this small thing. Like, hey, we passed this legislation through. Let's guarantee you a spot at speakership. Yeah, because they're definitely moving forward in a very, in my opinion, bipartisan type of vibe. These last pieces of legislation that have been passed, they've come out and touted this bipartisan agreement. We have to come together. We can't. And they demonize the people who are like, no, we're going to stand still until we get what we want. It's coming to a head, you guys. You can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah. It sure is.
Crazy. It's craziness.
What's
our next topic? I'm glad I got that was kind of smooth. I like that transition. Thank you, Cyrus. You ruined it, but thank you, because I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Oh, and you know what?
Majority of the show.
Cyrus's Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go back to a comment you made, sir. Okay. Don't you dare try to bring reasoning into a mind of Mo. Okay. We let you slide with like ruining the last topic that SOONIE was just talking about that she wanted to bring in. But now you're going to try to tell me that there's multiple trucks that put gas in different tanks underground. Okay. No, I don't think so, sir. So you're just telling me that those trucks just like they arrive on different days? No. Okay. Because I have been at the pump when like the little sign is up that says like out of gas, and one truck pulls up and then they rip the fucking sign off. So either there's multiple things like chambers in those trucks. I don't know, but don't bring reasoning into this, sir.
She said no.
Yeah.
Don't be a man.
This is why. Well, this is why like Mind of Mo was killed for a second, because I forget what the Mind of Mo was, but you guys like really just like killed my vibe and like stepped on my neck over like a question that I had about something. And then I was like, you know what? Then I'm not going to fucking do it anymore. Like, you guys don't want to have fun. You guys want to be all smart. You fucking know, like you think you fucking know it all. Okay. And I want to have questions and I want to ask the questions that I feel like other people are asking, but they're just not saying out loud. So I want to be that person. And then you smart people, I think it was like a math question. Then you smart people want to kill it with your intelligence and your know-it-all. I know it all. No, don't kill it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now I feel personally attacked.
No. Because you love Mind of Mo and you participate. Yeah. You participate in my delusion and I appreciate that. So, but what I'm saying is like, don't like when I say Mind of Mo, that is that's like a warning sticker that whatever comes out of my mouth next is going to be completely crazy. So don't try to like rationalize it. Like, I know that you guys are really smart. You know, you guys know a lot of stuff, you know, like you're the Discord and all this other stuff. And you like talk to people in Discord and all this other stuff. But like, just let me do
can she have her moment?
Let me live. Don't step on my neck. Don't George Floyd me. Okay. On the Mind of Mo. Don't George Floyd me on the Mind of Mo.
Oh, that response is funny as fuck, bro. She said that so proudly. Delusion Mo in full effect.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
you got a
admitting to you.
nickname. What's my nickname? I feel left out.
Delusion Mo. That's like my hip hop rapper name. Delusion Mo.
Oh
Oh,
man. Guys, we
um,
gotta do a shameless plug real quick.
okay.
Mo, you're not on the wave yet. So I
What?
decided on behalf of us, right? Because
Okay.
you're not hopping on this Discord train yet.
No.
But there are several debate servers on Discord, bro. I'm gonna be dropping a link in here. If you and I'm being so serious. There's no drama in here. There is
Yeah.
none of the craziness that I come to tell you guys. And I'm like, bro, I got a Discord story. Doesn't exist in this server. If you really want to go to a Discord debate server, I'm gonna drop the link right here in the chat. Go check out this server. This is actually a longtime follower of mine. He goes by the name of Shanye. You guys see him pop up on here
Oh
often.
yeah.
He's got his own server now, and he has a lot of Christian based, Orthodox Christian based debates. What is it? Evolution. We talk about space in there. We get into politics. If y'all are looking for a cool debate server where you can just have the conversations that we're having here today, go check out their server. I'm being
I like
so
the
serious.
logo. That's a really cool logo.
It's a dope server. I like going in there.
No
It's
wonder
cool.
we haven't seen Shanye in a while here. He's doing his
Yeah,
own
he's definitely
thing.
in his server right now. Shameless
Yeah.
plug. Somebody
Okay.
who's watching or somebody who's in there, let him know that I gave him a shout out.
Yeah.
He usually pops up in here. Go check that server out.
Okay. Let's talk about Candace.
Oh Lord.
So SOONIE is in full Candace protest because she refused. Like she basically said she muted Candace on Twitter or on X or whatever because like Candace is she's digging around and she's like dangling a carrot of this like potential debate between her and Ben Shapiro. And SOONIE hasn't heard anything about it, so she's like, I need to know what you know because you said you were going to tell us everything you know, and where's it at? Like, so SOONIE doesn't want to. She's hardly probably going to be interested in this, but regardless, so Candace posted on X, recently I made the decision to go home. There is, of course, so much more that went into this decision and that I plan to share in the future. SOONIE's like, come with it already. But for now, praise be to God for his gentle but relentless guiding of my heart towards truth. Quote, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I do not fear. Christ is king. And here she is in the Catholic, I think she said it was the Apollos. I can never say the word. Apostolic? No. Apostolic Church?
Apostolic Church?
Yeah, something like that.
What?
She said something about the church.
Okay.
Apocalyptic, not apocalyptic. Anyways, so her Twitter is like a mixture of welcome home, Candace. We're happy to have you, like, you know, all kinds of people. And then there's people that are just like, oh my gosh, you don't realize the mistake you've made. Catholics are not Christians and blah, 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 blah. And then there's people going, well, her husband's a Catholic, and as a wife, it's your duty to conform to whatever your husband. Yes, exactly. Yep. So I believe that that's why she is ultimately, you know, why she got baptized in the Catholic Church. So this guy, John Root, says, praying you realize the error of this decision to join the Roman Catholic Church. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not the result of works, so that no one may boast. Ephesians 2:8-9. So, what do you think, SOONIE?
Apostolic.
Yay.
Oh, well, okay. I grew up apostolic pretty much, but I also grew up in a Baptist church that is heavily influenced by the Catholics. Yeah, the only thing I really have to say about this move is yuck. Like, ew. Yuck. But like you said, she's being a good wife.
Yeah.
She is raising her children the way her and her husband deem so.
Yes.
Look, she could be doing something different other than saying Christ is king.
Mm-hmm.
It's a win because Christ is truly king.
Yes.
But ill to the Catholic Church and their agenda, because the Roman Catholic Church also supports same-sex marriage. And I don't care what anybody says, you know, you're going to have the Orthodox people coming here. Well, he didn't outright come out and say he supports it. Listen, when you put a stamp of approval on any of that behavior, you are letting people know you're okay with it. I can love someone and still offer them correction. Love is correction. Love is I love you enough to tell you this is potentially going to send you to hell. That's love. Love is, hey, I don't want you to get smacked by a vehicle because you're drunk, so probably don't drive drunk. All this comes down to is friends don't let friends drive drunk. And Candace is drunk driving, but her husband is drunk driving with her. So if that's the avenue that they want to go down, then that's what they want to go down. They could go down saying, Christ is King. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. God is good.
Yeah.
You're not black. You're supposed to say all the time, yes, he is.
Oh, I'm sorry. All the time, yes, he is.
Lord. She
My
said,
bad.
yep.
My bad. See, I had the same.
That's the mark, man.
I had the same response Candace did. I was like,
God is good. All the time.
amen.
Yes, he is.
She was like, amen. Oh gosh.
that was
You
funny.
know, I think Candace, like Kanye, like Trump, Candace knows how to work the algorithm.
Yeah.
Just put your hand out. Put something in front of it, like a pen
You're
or
like,
something.
my vision is blurry, but it's just my camera.
Yeah, it's just got to focus on something. That happens sometimes.
I know. I need a white piece of paper.
Isn't it weird that you said that God is good all the time and all of a sudden your shit's blurry?
Because the Jews don't like it. Christ is King is anti-Semitic.
And they blurred her.
Bruh.
You're even more blurry. I'm Jewish and I don't get blurred. You see how that works? Jewish
Here.
privilege. What a great transition. She's coming back. What a great transition, me talking about my Jewish privilege, because yes, smash the like button. The other topic we had, a funny topic actually, a white author. You guys, if you're white, please pay attention, put your volumes up. She's back and black. She back and black. She black. All right. So, Soonie, I don't know if you heard about this, but a white author calculated just how much racism has benefited her. And here is what she found. First of all, let me show you the white author. Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
Show you. Okay. There she is. Okay. It's funny. She made all this money and I see a little hole in her sweater, but whatever. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. So CNN, this is a CNN article. Exactly how much racism benefited white Americans. So journalist, author Tracy McMillan did the math for us. Okay. The advantages she's gotten over her life from being white estimates to be around $371,934.30. That is crazy. Y'all white people are out here living fat, okay? To calculate that number, here's what she did. She tallied those benefits and divided them into two categories: a family bonus, which includes money her parents spent on her college tuition, education loans she got from her grandfather, and an inheritance, and a social bonus, which includes jobs, apartments, and access to credit that she's gotten in her life. So apparently, Soonie, you fact check us on this. If you don't have access to jobs, apartments, credit, okay, you don't. Okay, so that explains a lot. Okay, so those resources and capital, she concludes, wouldn't have been available to her if it wasn't for her race. So if she wasn't white, she would not have this. Wow. So she wrote a book called The White Bonus: 5 Families and the Cash Value of Racism in America. Okay.
Wow.
Through her investigative research, interviews, and personal recollections, McMillan examines how racism has shaped her life as well as the lives of 4 other white middle-class families. It was the one story about white people that she didn't even know goes into her life and all this stuff. So yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me
I
what
think
you think.
that this is the most narcissistic piece of shit author that I've ever come across. Let me tell you about how awesome it is to be white. And I feel so bad that I'm white because listen, guys, let me tell you what things I got. I got that credit. You know, that apartment that you said you couldn't get? I got that too.
Yeah.
And that job that you said you missed out on because you was Black? I got that. My family left me an inheritance. All these amazing things have happened to me, and I wanted to total it all up so that you can see the amount that I'm worth
Right.
because I'm white. That's what I heard.
And okay, you probably didn't hear this, but I caught on to it. She wants to add more to that total by writing a book about it and making money so that white people can figure out how they got so like rich, clearly by being racist.
By being racist because they exist and they're white. And their family made smart decisions with the money, right? And decided to leave that money behind. Yeah. You were bored with life. You deserve the badge because bitch, you were bored as fuck. You wrote. Who is gonna read this? Why would anybody want to read about how great your white privilege is, except for other racist, narcissistic ass white people? Why do they care about themselves so much, bro? Like, I just don't get it.
I don't know.
There is so much more to humans that makes them interesting outside of being white. I'm sorry, but every apartment that I've wanted,
you've
that
gotten.
me and my husband I've gotten. The job that I wanted, I got.
Yeah.
The credit, I got it.
Well, you clearly must be
I don't
the
know what you're talking
exception.
about.
Among and every other Black person I know, I haven't known one Black person to not have apartments and credit and cars and whatever. They're not on welfare, so they all must be the exception.
Yeah, like
because all y'all black folks are broke.
That's crazy that you bring this up because that server that I just shouted out I was battling with this white dude who was talking like that. He's like kind of like painting white people in this victim mentality, and I was like, bro, what is going on with you? It was odd. You know what I said to him before I knew it? I was like, I feel like I'm talking to a Black person. And he said, oh, how dare you use Black in a derogatory way? And I was like, I'm not. I'm just saying, you sound like the majority of Black folks. Like,
that was derogatory.
Apparently, it was derogatory to say that. Man, listen, it's a virus going around the white community.
Right.
Whether you are Republican or Democrat, bro, and y'all need to be healed from it in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. You know, this is just a tip, but if you want to compete with the white bonus, which is the title of her book, somebody better hop on writing the book, The Black Bonus. Okay. Somebody better hop on that book. And then if you're Indian or Asian, write a book about your race as well, because everybody has a bonus. The pretty bonus, the short bonus, the tall bonus, right? I hit the genetic lottery bonus. There's all types. It's just so stupid. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought that was one of the most hilarious things. And at first I thought that it was fake and that it was just to be like, you know, clickbait or whatever. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh my gosh. And to make matters worse, Ben Crump was the one that brought my attention to it. He posted it and he was like, wow, this is like incredible that this woman like, you know, wrote a book about this. And then of course, DL Hughley, another race baiter, he like, you know, got onto it, you know, and you go through the comments and you like read what people put in the comments. It gets even more and more ridiculous as it goes on. So anyways, that was just something fun. Okay, so since we're on the topic of race, let's talk about let me just get rid of what we've already talked about here so I don't have too many articles up and my computer doesn't slow down. And of course it just slowed down. All right. So President Joe Biden, if y'all can believe this one, President Joe Biden reportedly was chosen to be the commencement speaker for Moorehouse College. Did you hear about this, SOONIE?
I did. Why?
I don't know. So let's see what
I don't
it
even
says.
care no more. I really don't. I don't give a fuck no more.
Well, it seems to be raising some type of like uproar. Okay, so it says a commencement speech that President Joe Biden is expected to deliver at Morehouse College next month has sparked some concern among the school's faculty amid heightened tensions on college campuses across the country for Israel and its war in Gaza. That's what it's sparking
Yes.
controversy over. Okay,
Yes.
not the fact that
A racist is being
A
allowed to come
racist-
to the campus.
at a black,
No.
I think it's a majority black college. Okay,
That's
like
an HBCU.
it's a HBCU.
Morehouse
Okay,
is an HBCU.
yeah. So on Tuesday, the White House announced that Biden will be delivering the May 19th commencement speech, but faculty at the school, one of the nation's prominent historically black colleges, expressed concerns about Biden's presence on campus after hearing rumors that he would deliver the commencement earlier this week. According to an email from Moorehouse and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs, in the email, they write concerns, quote, prompted me to consult with elected faculty leaders, and those leaders expressed clearly that providing such a forum for a discussion would be valued by many faculty. The forum is scheduled for April 25th, according to the email, and will be just for faculty. So it'll be interesting. But I guess it says students also can engage in that. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that forum, because if it's going to be all about the Israel and Gaza thing, that's just stupid, because they should just be like,
it's the new. Do you remember when I said this conflict is going to be a deciding factor in this presidential race?
yeah,
People were like, no, it's not. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Bro, it's not a big deal to you or I, because we already don't adopt that victim mentality.
mhm,
When black folks see other people who are brown being dogged out for people who are not brown, they're going to grow some sort of attachment to that. This is
Yeah.
why, matter of fact, since we're on this subject, let's pull up the polls. I love
Okay.
reading polls. I know
Hey,
it's
while
kind of
you-
boring to some people, but
while you pull it up, I'm going to go make a quick urination sample. I'll be right back.
bye.
Mate, I'll be right back.
Real clear politics. Listen, bro, if y'all want to look at polls and try to see exactly where the country is, how people are feeling about these candidates, go to Real Clear Politics, and they have live opinions, live questions, everything. Everything. They can tell you what they're talking about as far as Congress goes. This is actually where I come a lot of the time to get my news. So if you want to check this out, please check it out. But let's see. This was the primaries for Pennsylvania. Of course, Biden won. I mean, Trump and Biden won Pennsylvania primary. You stopped caring after Super Tuesday. But let's go over here and look at what was the latest thing we had. State of the Union polling. President's job approval. 40% approve, 55% disapprove. The country, direction of the country, if you guys can see that in the corner here. Love all this. Thank you for sharing. What was that site again you were talking about? Real Clear Politics. If you want to see how the country's trending now, don't take it at face value. Make sure you go into the poll and actually read how many people were polled. See if other polls are lining up with this specific poll. Do your due diligence, but it is realclearpolitics.com. I'll put it in a little banner across the bottom of the screen so you guys can see it. Excuse me. The country does not believe that Biden is taking it in a positive direction. They spoke, okay? It's right here in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Probably the bottom left-hand side for you, but direction of country, right direction. Just 26% of Americans said they believe the country's going in the right direction. And an overwhelming 64% believe that the country is going down in squander. The main reason that people think this, and it'll give you even more details right here. I'm going to give you the main reason I think that people are saying this is specifically because of this war, the economy, and it's not even just the war and the economy, but social issues across the board. We are sending crazy amounts of money out of this country. We haven't fixed the border. We haven't fixed the economy, inflation, high gas prices, high food prices. You still have kids dealing with the LGBTQ bullshit in school, which no politician is paying attention to anymore. There's a lot of things that are happening that don't have the government's attention, but foreign spending is at the top. If you go to places like the Shade Room on social media, you go to places like Hollywood Unlocked, when they start talking about this stuff, you will see where a portion of the country is. And almost 95% of them are done with Sleepy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They not interested in Sleepy Joe no more. Right here is where I was telling you guys to look for the poll data. You click on all these polls. You can see exactly what was asked on the poll, how many people were polled. Go research what's happening in this country. Please. Joe Biden freaking sucks. He is horrific. So that's why Black people are like, why are you inviting this man to our colleges when he has no problem with allowing the Israelis to kill Palestinians? Period. They identify with the struggle. We ain't even got, let me not even say that, bro, because we ain't even got the same struggle, bro. They identify with real victims. Put it that way. It's trauma bonding. We're not getting bombed.
Speaking of identifying with the struggle, do you want to talk about Stephen A. Smith?
Please, this is what I mean. Please, this is a direct example of what I'm talking about.
We have the best transitions. I just want to say that. Do you want to bring it up, or do you want me to bring it up?
I have it pulled up right here.
Okay,
You could pull up the other one,
the video
aftermath. I have the first video. You could pull up the aftermath of how he's responding to this first one.
Okay. So you play
actually
the first one.
Shout out to Right Wing Angel. I've actually been liking the things that he's posted. I've had to follow him back because he's had some pretty interesting topics that have come across my timeline.
Yeah.
From his page. So
yeah.
Say that.
He has.
Accountability is where everything needs to begin in this world. It's something I say quite often. I certainly never hesitate to hold folks accountable when mistakes or mishaps occur. So I'm certainly not about to run from it myself. I'm fully aware that I've been in the news over the last few days, paraded all over social media as well, after comments I made during my appearance on Fox News' Hannity last week with the one and only Sean Hannity himself. And I'm fully aware of the outcry that has ensued because of it. A lot of folks in Black America seem pretty pissed at me right now, from friends and loved ones to colleagues, contemporaries, and dare I say, even the NAACP itself. Quite a few folks were put off, if not flat out offended, after my words were interpreted as associating support for Trump from the Black community with all the legal issues he's facing. For that, I sincerely apologize. To be clear, my words were misconstrued. I'm stating right here for the record that my words were taken out of context, misrepresenting and depicting me in a way I found every bit as insulting and disrespectful as folks in Black America evidently felt about what they thought I said.
Wow.
But I'll own it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See, notice he didn't take to the opportunity of explaining what they misconstrued about what he said, which is what he should have done. Because to tell you the truth, like I didn't agree, like when Trump said, the Black community should resonate with me because, now I got a mugshot and his record, right? Like it wasn't right when Trump said it. It wasn't, I didn't hear the original one that Stephen A. Smith said, but don't step off your square that damn well you stand on because your masters told you better retract your shit. Okay, that's what it is. Your masters told you better retract your shit. Otherwise, we're going to make life a living hell for you. So he did, because he didn't take the opportunity to be like, let me make myself.
This is what I meant.
This is what I meant. Yeah.
Well, I have the actual comments from him. I'll pull that up too.
Okay.
Freaking Stephen A. Smith, man.
He goes back and forth on everything.
Tell you something. As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what black Americans have gone through. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to with some of our historic, iconic figures. We've seen that happen throughout society. So no matter what race, what ethnicity you may emanate from, we relate to you when you're suffering like that because we know we have. And that's what he articulated.
Now listen.
Listen.
Do y'all remember when I went in on Trump for those statements that he made?
Mm-hmm.
I said, you are literally playing into their hand.
Yeah.
And what did Republicans and conservatives do? They sat there and cheered him on and admitted that they went through a struggle as blacks.
Mm-hmm.
These people are not stupid. They don't give a crap that you relate to the struggle, bro. You're Republican at the end of the day. And Stephen A. Smith, he didn't tell the truth. Stephen A. Smith painted a picture that we speak against.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not even the fact that he's Republican at the end of the day, that they don't relate, because there's black people that are Republican that are fighting the system. I'm sure that probably exists. Why don't we just bring up the actual fact that Trump, yes, the situation he's in where the legal system is being weaponized against him is a fact. And there's a lot of people that can relate to that, not just black people, because newsflash, not just black people are in jail. Okay. But what all people can also relate to is the fact that they ain't got Trump dollar bills in their bank account. They don't have Trump access to lawyers like he has. Okay. The average person who's fighting the legal system, the criminal justice system, whatever you want to call it, does not have the resources and the attention that Trump has, just for the sheer fact that he's Trump. Okay, so I mean, I understand what Steven said. Like, I don't disagree with what he said, but at the same time, you should have said, but Trump's not relatable as a individual because he's just at a different level that most people aren't at.
Either way, this is not what black person is being drugged through the mud for their beliefs and for how they're standing up for the country. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well,
nobody.
No, we don't know that because guess what?
Black person
Hold on.
I can't, bro.
Hold on. Let's just say this for a second, though. We don't know that, SOONIE, because the internet's not talking about them. They're talking about Trump. Okay, so we can't say what black person is going through this. First of all, here's another news flash. There's more than just white and black people in jail. Like, there's all types of people in jail who might be in jail for standing up for their beliefs or whatever it may be. I don't fucking care. That's not the point. The point is not.
Yeah, but it's not happening to them because they're black, which is what black people are saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's not different. Specifically happening to them because they're black and the system is rigged against them because they're black.
Yeah, that I understand.
So for him to say that he's relatable because, well, they've gone through this trauma too. No, bro, every American has gone through that trauma. Jan Sixers have went through that trauma, but he's not relating to Jan Sixers. He's relating to black people.
Right. Exactly.
He should have just stood on the square, bro. If you were going to be dedicated to the lie, then be dedicated to the lie. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You came out and was like, never mind, I quit.
Well, because his masters cracked the whip on him and they were like,
I quit.
get your ass back in line. You stepped a little too far out. Okay, we let you say that shit about Joe Biden not being who he said he was. That we let you get away with because we agree with that.
Renee Smith is. I don't know why anybody listens to him anyway. I really don't. Stephen A is entertaining.
Yeah.
But he does not say anything worth listening to.
Yeah.
You just don't. Stephen A doesn't want to accept that a good bit of Black American support drop. I think Stephen A knows that. but I think the people who probably give him his market as far as who watches him, who supports him, his relationships, I think all those people reached out and was like, hey, bro, why are you saying that? Why would you admit that Trump can relate to our experience? We black and he's white and da 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 da, and they're after him because he's actually trying to do something to the country. Like threats of democracy. I can guarantee you that's the conversation that was had. I believe that he's fully aware and knows, which is why he said what the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Everybody can see the temperature is changing in the black community. I'm not saying it's happening in historic mass numbers. Well, I say mass numbers, but I don't think it's historic.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we don't determine election. So this is just blowing hot air in the wind. At the end of the day, we're not black. The black population is not determining an election, bro.
1 minute you are, 1 minute you're not. It's weird. It's like 1 minute you don't have power, the next minute you got all the power. It's not funny.
Oh God, Uncle Sad is in the building. He said Trump 2024.
Hey, speaking of a Trump, let's play the clip from John Legend making his comments on Trump.
John Legend.
Look at that.
His wife accuses some weirdo shit. You need to be focused on her crazy ass.
Yeah, they're supposedly a part of the Illuminati, you know, like they're in there with the top players, you know, supposedly remember the baby that she had a miscarriage and then she like posted pictures of her holding the dead baby.
Didn't they make a whole like documentary or some shit?
Oh, I don't know. I got to see it if they did. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, let's take a listen to what John Legend says.
Made it clear throughout his life that he believes black people are inferior. Like he believes that to his core, in his bones. He wouldn't let us live in his buildings back in the day. But also, when you hear some of...
Can I just stop it there? He wouldn't let us live in his buildings back in the day. Can like somebody point me in the direction of those facts? That is a very broad statement. What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
The stray comments he makes, he clearly believes in a genetic hierarchy of humanity and is racially determined. So he is a tried and true, like dyed in the wool racist. Like in the core of his being, he's a racist. So I don't want to hear what he has to say about what he's done for black people. He's done very little for us. And he is at his core truly a racist. And you even hear what he says about immigration and what countries he wants people to come in from.
Bruh.
They all are very white.
That is true.
Hurry the fuck up.
Universal. Look at her. She's like, that's true. Another white, you know, she's got the white guilt.
Bruh.
Yep.
Can we just, can I fact check John Legend real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me fact check you real quick, John Legend.
The point is that this week the Jets played Denver. And if the Jets beat Denver and Denver goes to the Super Bowl, that would be illegitimate. There'd be something missing about that. And we experience over and over again the winner going home and the loser going to the Super Bowl. And that's what Chris Andam is about. Thank you for that, Roger Ailes. I now want to bring forth a friend who has, he is deceptive in that his social style is of such. One can miss his seriousness and his commitment, for his success is beyond argument. When we opened this Wall Street project and we talked about it, he gave us space at 40 Wall Street, which was to make a statement about our having a presence there. And beyond that, in terms of reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many people a comfort zone when I ran for the presidency in 84 and 88. Many others
84 and 88, inclusive. I want you guys to pay attention to who's talking. And when you see who he brings up, your mouth's gonna hit the floor. And John Legend looks like a complete fucking idiot.
All it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York because he has this sense of the curious and a will to rest to make things better. And so aside from all of his style and his pizzazz, he's a serious person who is an effective builder of building for the builder of people. Last year, he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
He's racist at his core. He didn't want to rent to black people. How long are y'all? I'm sorry. I'm a little triggered, right? I'm not a Trump tard, I'm not a Trumplican, but why are black people so damn stupid on this subject? Why? Did you read the lawsuit yourself? Or are you just going off of regurgitated information that you heard from somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
Since when all of a sudden is a Rainbow Coalition, which was a Chicago-based nonprofit organization formed by Jesse Jackson, and it was an organization that pursued social justice, civil rights, and political activism. Now, these pillars in the community that once embraced him don't embrace him anymore. You don't question it. Pillars in the community that would have defended him a long time ago, that no longer defend him, you don't question. A half-assed story about, well, he thought the Central Park Five were guilty. So freaking what? He thought they were guilty and he put out a flyer. Does that trump him actually offering you opportunities that you say you don't have in this country, by the way? Does that trump everything? He funded this man's his political endeavor to run for president twice. And we want to talk about freaking housing?
Yeah. Let me read a little bit. So I was looking about what the lawsuit was about. It says which, by the way, Trump did settle the lawsuit for a small amount, and it was stated no admission of guilt. Okay, so it was basically just settle it, get it the fuck out of here. Because listen to what it was about. The lawsuit was based on evidence gathered by testers for the New York City Human Rights Division, which alleged, and this was back in the day when Trump and this is a long time ago when Trump and his dad were doing businesses together. So Trump was very young. It alleged that black people who went to Trump's building were told there were no apartments available while white people were offered units. Back then, Sheila Morris worked as one of those testers. Okay. When a black New Yorker was turned down for service and racial bias was suspected, Morse, who is white, would be dispatched to see if she received different treatment. In this case, a black man in search of an apartment in Brooklyn in 1972 saw a sign on the building, apartment for rent. He met with the superintendent, and the superintendent said, "I'm very sorry, but the apartment is rented. It's gone." So the gentleman said to him, "Well, why is the sign out? I still see a sign that says apartment for rent." And the superintendent said, "Oh, I guess I forgot to take it down." When Morse went to the building to ask about the same apartment, they greeted me with open arms and showed me every aspect of the apartment. Morris says she reported her experience to the Human Rights Commission. Okay, so that's what that's about, is they suspected that was because they were black. Now, I don't know what the income level of this apartment was, but I do know in many apartments in New York, you do actually have to be interviewed. And they have the right to turn you down if they don't like the way you look or your credit or your income, or like if you have divorce and all this other stuff. Like I don't know what it was like back then, and I can't speak to that, but how do you prove?
Just to piggyback off of that, just like Liddell said, none of those statements came from Trump.
How do you, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe the people that were working for him or his father at the time, because like you said, he was young. How do we even know that he was even really paying attention to that building? I'm not making excuses. Mm-hmm. I'm providing a perspective on the opposite side that you are refusing to acknowledge. Yeah. You're stuck on stupid of the black person was told no and the white person was shown houses. What does that have to do with Trump?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
For y'all to keep using it as some sort of like jab and then completely ignore the fact that look, Rainbow/Push, the Chicago-based organization that fights for social justice, political activism, all those things that was created by a pillar in your community, literally awarded him several certificates, trophies, and whatever they were giving away at that time. Why do y'all have nothing to say about that? I don't get it. I'm not even mad because you're saying it about Trump. It's annoying because you sound stupid every time you do it. You don't sound intelligent. You don't even sound like you're thinking on your own, bro. It sounds like someone else's hand is up your ass doing this.
You want to hear something else stupid? So when he settled this case, the settlement that he did required that Trump place ads in the newspaper saying specifically that they welcome Black applicants. That's wild. And this was back in 1973. No, sorry, this wasn't back. Sorry, was this in 1973? Oh, this is funny. During the presidential night, Hillary Clinton raised it was a 1973 federal lawsuit so that's why you guys know about it, because Hillary Clinton mentioned it. Otherwise, you guys would have never known about it. She mentioned it in the presidential debate, and that's how you guys know about it. And they were being sued by the Justice Department. Man, this really tells you like how far back they've been going after this man. Like seriously,
this is crazy.
Crazy.
That nigga. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop saying that word. But why is he even allowed to speak? Why don't we revolt as Black people like the freaking Jews do, like the Palestinians do, bro? When you do something to one of them or you do something they don't agree with, they all come out and let you know about yourself. We just sit back like for-doop.
Yeah.
Just gonna stay quiet because I don't want to get canceled. Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Hey, you know what we should start doing? So I'm going to show you a video. This is kind of a funny short video. So this lady followed Alec Baldwin into a coffee shop and berated him. And I was like, this is genius. Because we literally, like our side should do this to people and then and you'll see. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but we should do exactly what she's doing, but we should like turn it to like, I'm not going to stop until you say Trump 2024. Okay.
Can you please say free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time. And I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. I swear.
You don't get the fuck away
just
from me.
Free Palestine one time. One time. One time. One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal.
Look.
Come on, Alec. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. Just one time. Please. And I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel. Fuck Zionism. Please.
Now when she get popped in the face.
One time.
Yeah. So the pussy ass barista, okay, at the coffee shop she said, you know, he's a killer. And he backed out. He's like, listen, I don't want to deal with you because you saying all the Palestinians. So Alex is patronizing the business. And this lady is like screaming and harassing him. She should be asked to leave. I honestly, I don't blame him. Like he was nice and he was like, get out, please stop. And she's harassing him. Like, I don't think what he did was wrong. She got popped. So yeah, we should go around and be like who's the first person that we should LeBron.
If you put hands on me, I'm fighting back.
Yeah.
Nope.
But we should go around with cell phones and then just force people to be like Trump 2020. I'll leave you alone when you say Trump 2024. I'll leave you alone when you say Joe Biden is in bed with Ukraine. Just say it. Just say it and he'll go.
No, don't do that. That lady was unhinged. Don't do that. She clearly, the mall was open, but wasn't nobody shopping. That lady clearly, no, she was a few Crayolas short from the Crayola box. Don't go do that shit.
What was her name? Like something Barney, crackhead Barney was her.
Bro, that lady was crazy.
Yeah, she was crazy. She
He was
sounded like she's Puerto Rican.
pro-choice, the pro-choice advocate, crackhead Barney. Ain't she in jail? Something happened to her recently to where she just kind of off the streets. But don't go do that. Don't listen to Mo.
Don't do that. Come on now.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So I have a video I want you to react to.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully you didn't watch it. You have a bad habit of watching things. Don't watch it.
My bad for like being on
she'll
the
give
internet.
her whole opinion. I'll be like, bro, save it for the show.
Okay, just put up like
What?
the still of it so I can tell you if I saw it or was it your video?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I'm hoping you didn't watch it.
If it's your
Sometimes you don't
video,
be reading my DMs.
well, if it was your video, I haven't watched it because I haven't watched anything you've done lately. Like in
the
last
a video
week.
I made? No.
Oh, okay.
No. Did you see this?
No.
Okay, good. Let's press play.
Say New York to LA. Yes. And both of you walk on the jet, and there was only one first class seat, and somebody had to go to coach, somebody had to sit in first. Okay. How would you arrange that?
Oh, you asked me that?
Yeah.
Brother, if I was on a desert island and it wasn't nothing but a box of peanuts.
No, I didn't ask you.
Do you
that.
think
I
I'm
asked
giving
you
her a
about the
whole box of
first class
peanuts?
seat. You would
And
put your wife in coach.
Yeah, she don't mind sitting coach. I do. I can't sit up there I can't sit up there like sardines.
It's not whether she minds. It's inappropriate for a man to sit in first class and put his wife in the back.
Claustrophobia.
That's not how Christ loved the church, man. That's not exemplifying Christ's love. The bride goes first. The woman goes first. You gotta love her.
No, the man was created first. So that gives you a clue right there.
No, she should help me.
Right. So I'm gonna help her
partner.
I'm gonna help her to coach. Can you mind, coach, babe?
If my husband,
Oh,
we fly first class, but there are times when I buy the ticket. I'm the church administrator.
But if you both walk on the plane, do you feel like old school, like I'm gonna let him take it? He's the pastor, he's the bishop, he goes up.
If we bought that
your
ticket,
mindset, there's nothing. First of all, let me say, there's no judgment here. Forget them.
No,
there's no judgment.
No,
it's how you judge it. You judge it. Y'all can judge. I'm not judging.
Listen.
Wait,
First of all,
is that the end? Oh man, I want to watch that whole thing.
What you think?
Hey, I disagree with the women that are, or the ones that are saying that they have a problem with the woman going and coach. I think that that's how it should be.
Why?
Just because, like, I mean, number one, that's your husband, the leader of your house, right? I mean, for a lot of different reasons, if the plane goes down, he gonna be the first one. So he's actually putting you in a safer spot being towards the back of the plane. Okay. So he's actually putting you in a safer spot. I mean, aside from just being in more comfort, I don't know. Like when I'm on a plane, I feel really, really bad for men in general, because like, you know, men don't cross their legs. Men have to sit with their legs open because they've got stuff there. And I always feel sorry for like when a guy is sitting in the middle seat. So even though like I've chosen my seat for the aisle or for the window, I will offer it to the guy and be like, would you like to be more comfortable and sit over here? Like, cause I just feel bad. Like, I don't think a guy should be sitting like in the middle, like looking like a little bitch.
You don't have to sit in the middle. You can still sit and coach and have an aisle seat.
Yeah, you can. No, I'm just saying, me personally, like, I don't know. I would be fine sitting in back.
If my husband were to ever say, I'm going to take coach and you sit back there, number one, you're leaving me by myself. It's first class. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. If she set it up that way, okay, that's their marriage. But just giving someone first class because they're a male is fucking nuts.
But wait a minute, that's not what I heard. What I heard, and maybe you need to replay it again because I was like totally entranced by this conversation. But I heard was you get on a plane and there's one seat in coach and one seat in first class. Like who gets what? That's what I heard.
Yeah. Why would he get to sit up there just because he's a man?
Okay, well, why would you get to sit
make
up
the
there?
same? my argument wouldn't be I need to sit up there. I would hope that my husband would be like, either we talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to sit up there? Or do I want to sit up there? Or do you not care?
Right.
And if we're trying to get somewhere, okay, well, you can sit up there. It doesn't really matter. And 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, your husband's probably going to put you up there because it ain't that big of a deal to him. He's not going to care.
Yeah.
Or
well,
my take would be, I don't want to sit apart from you. If we don't agree that we want to sit apart from each other, then I'm totally cool with us waiting for the next flight. Either way, it doesn't really matter. If they're coming together and agreeing on, you could sit up here and I'll sit back here, then that's them. But just to do it because he's a man, to me, that's dumb. I don't care if you're just a man.
I mean, I can understand that. Like, if you're like, I'm booking flights and I'm going to put you in first class and me in the back. But if it's like a situation of like a Southwest flight, for instance, you walk on and you pick your seats when you get on the flight. It's not assigned to you prior. And there's one in first class and one in coach. I don't have a problem getting in the back. But like when I was young, my parents actually used to take separate flights just in case something happened and the flight went down. So like for me to sit by myself in the back of a plane or anywhere on the plane, I don't care. I really don't care. Even if they were like, hey, we're going to go on separate planes, because if one of the planes goes down, at least one of us survives. I don't know. There's a lot of different things to it.
I think the way that they're arguing it, which is, to me, it's applying a biblical principle to travel. And that's maiming text, because the text that they're really using is 1 Corinthians. And I think this is Jesus talking. No, it's Paul talking. I'm so sorry. He's writing a letter to the Corinthians. He lets them know that at the head of every man is Christ, at the head of every woman is man, and at the head of Christ is God. So that's establishing a natural order right there, right? Which I don't disagree with.
Right.
But use that and apply it to airline seating. Brother, God made man first. So I get to sit in first class. Bro, baby, you want to sit in the front or the back? Or do you not mind? Do you want to take this flight or do you want to go together? Like, let's talk about this. That's what most married couples are going to do.
Yes, I agree with you that I think most married couples would have the conversation. But just looking at it on the basis of how they pose the question, you get on a flight and you got to make that decision, right? If for the sake of time, like, you've got people behind you and your husband's just like, hey, I'm gonna sit right here. Like in your husband's case, he's a tall dude. He needs leg space. Like, to me, it would make sense for him to sit up in first class because he's going to be miserable in coach. You're smaller.
Yeah, because he's tall, for sure.
Yeah.
But you're not going to tell me. He's telling his wife, I deserve to sit there because God made me first. That's crazy.
Yeah. If that's what he's saying, no.
I'll run it back for you. Listen to what this dude
Yeah, let's
said.
listen again. I'm like, first of all, one of my most favorite, Jack A is in there. I love her. Okay. Is this her talk show? What is this?
No, this is a TV show, a reality show.
Oh.
Back in the day, they used to have Love and Hip Hop for preachers. It was preachers of LA, preachers of Los Angeles. I mean, LA, and I think it was New York or Atlanta. One of the two. Preachers of Georgia.
Is Shawnee on this show? Shawnee O'Neal?
And now it's just preachers, and I'm not sure who's on the show anymore.
Okay,
I haven't watched it in
Shawnee's
years.
married to a preacher. She's married to a preacher now.
But now they're getting divorced, from what I heard.
What?
Swear to God. I could be wrong, but I swear to God, I heard that they were separating. But
Oh.
let's just listen to what he's saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
New York to LA. Yes. And both of you walk on the jet, and there was only one first class seat, and somebody had to go to coach, somebody had to sit in first.
Okay.
How would you arrange that?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
Brother, if I was on a desert island and it wasn't nothing but a box of peanuts,
I didn't ask
do
you
you
that.
think
I
I'm
asked
giving
you
her a
about the
whole box of
first class
peanuts?
seat. You would go first class
I would
and
go
put your
first
wife in
class.
coach.
Yeah, she don't mind sitting coach. I do. I can't sit up there like sardines.
It's not whether she minds. It's inappropriate for a man to sit in first class and put his wife in the back.
Claustrophobia.
That's not how Christ loved the church, man. That's not exemplifying Christ's love.
How you
The bride goes first. The woman goes first.
No,
the man was created first.
that right
Yeah.
there. That's
Yeah.
Dietrich Haddon. I know who
Okay.
all these people are.
So
the
that's when
guy
they
was-
that's when they got into the biblical principle of the whole
Yes.
decision. Okay.
So when he says the woman goes first, that's why I pulled up First Corinthians.
Yeah.
There is a natural order, and women do not come first. Okay. So
Yeah.
what both of these groups are doing is arguing an error.
Mm.
Are men first? Absolutely. That's the
Mhm.
natural order of life.
Mhm.
But does that apply to a freaking plane ride, dude? And you think I'm gonna give her the whole box of peanuts? He didn't ask you that. And why? No, you wouldn't give your wife the whole box of peanuts, but you would make sure you split it
Yeah.
so that you and your wife could live if y'all were deserted on an island. Like, I watched this and I was like, the fact that this is even a conversation right now and you guys are arguing about this on a talk show and you're supposed to be pastors is crazy to me.
My man with the glasses look like Pablo Escobar.
He's
That's
a
my
former
dude.
gang member.
Dude,
He
that's
went
my
to
dude
jail,
right
went
there.
to
I don't know who
prison.
that guy is, but I love his style. Listen, I'll tell you right now, if we're on an island and there's a box of peanuts, I'm gonna like give the majority of the peanuts, you know, to my husband, because at the end of the day, I'm expecting him to do all the hard manual labor. Okay, he's
Yeah.
got to save us. You know what I mean? Like, he deserves the protein. I could eat the grass
sure.
leaves or whatever, you
But
know?
nigga, you on a plane ride. Like, we would probably talk about it and be like, well, y'all, I wouldn't care. Like, if he said, I'm gonna sit up here, you can sit back there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel any type of way about it. But if he were to come at me and was say, you know, babe, the Bible says a man, I would be like, first of all, you could have just told me you wanted to sit up here and I wouldn't have tripped either way. Because we're on a flight, you know, it's not like we're gonna be sitting there chit-chatting and talking all the time. And you have internet on the flight now, so I can easily text you if I have something I want to say. We're
Yeah.
probably both gonna be individually watching the show.
Yeah.
It's a flight, bro.
Yeah.
But it was just the way they went about it was like, did you really just try to use the Bible? Both of y'all try to use the Bible and do it in a very erroneous way? Brother, that's your wife. She's your helpmeet. She goes first. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's a stupid argument, to tell you the truth. Like, it really is. And it is individual to each couple, but I definitely don't think it's biblical.
No,
Now,
the women up there getting all offended.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate. How?
Yeah. I thought that one, the one that's sitting in the middle of those two, she looked familiar to me. I've seen her somewhere else.
Bishop Noel Jones's wife? Because that's who was on there first.
This is fine with me.
Who's her husband?
That gives you
Hers?
Yeah.
The guy sitting right there with the sunglasses on. I can't remember his name.
Dude, that guy's a pimp. Okay. I love that dude.
And the other guy on the opposite side is Dietrich Haddon. And Dietrich Haddon was married.
Yeah.
Got his side piece pregnant. Divorced his first wife. Got married to the side piece. And now him and the side piece, I think, are divorced and he's moved on to someone else. So just consider the people on this stage talking.
Right. Like, that's messy, and you're going to bring the Bible into the airplane seat.
And you're going to bring the
Okay, well, you didn't say all
clearly
that.
ain't putting your wife first if you cheat on all of them.
Yeah. You didn't say all that. That's funny. Listen, when I get on a plane, I typically don't stay awake long enough to witness takeoff. Okay. As soon as they turn that plane on, I don't know what comes out of those airplane vents. Yeah, I'm out. So I don't care who's sitting next to me. Like, don't sit next to me if you're expecting conversation on a plane, because it ain't going to happen. I am going to be asleep the entire flight. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Like, for me personally, I understand some people are scared, want some conversation or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I just think it's this. I thought it was a funny video, but after I watched it like 2 or 3 times, I was like, this is a very dumb conversation that they're having. But
yeah,
it's entertaining to the people. Because look, all these people are now, they're engaging. I would sit in the front. Uncle said I would ride and coach. It's not that big of a deal. That, to me, this sounds like someone who ain't ever been in first class. And they're like, I need this opportunity to sit in first class. A lot of first class flights, especially if you're traveling domestically, bro, they're nothing special.
No, you want to fly it now. You do want to fly first class when you're international.
International, yes.
Where they give you the pajamas. The slippers.
Get to lay back in
the
the seat and turn it
champagne.
into a bed.
A menu. Yeah.
Get a thick blanket, a nice plump pillow.
Yes. Those ones
That's-
that like enclose. Ooh, those are life,
Yeah.
honey.
You want to sit in first class on an international flight, but domestic flights, bro,
Yeah.
you're just first to get off the plane. That's literally it.
And you have a
Still
little bit
packed in
more,
here like
you know, if you got a big back, you got a little bit more room there.
a big back.
Yeah.
Well, they need 2 seats. Remember, Southwest, they get a free seat for free.
Yeah.
For $3.99.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to see what you thought.
That was a
I'm
good
glad
video.
you watched it again.
That was a good
Because
video.
first you were like, I would give up my seat, bro. On the premise of what these motherfuckers just said? Ain't no way.
Yeah. I didn't hear that. I was just like so enthralled. I was like, I need to see this whole show.
You should look it up. It's called Preachers.
Yeah. I'll
I
definitely
think you
look
would
it
like
up.
the show. It's very salacious for
right up my
a
alley.
church. It's right up your alley. Because these
Yeah.
are church folks and they sitting up, bro. They do the most. They have more drama than the worldly people.
Yeah.
No BS, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
It's crazy. It's
Dude,
crazy.
Speaking of big backs, yo, yo,
That transition though, bro.
dude, the transitions today have been fire. Okay. But okay, so speaking of big backs, and I know Marlandon wants us to be off big backs, but I just can't. First of all, did y'all see? I'll play it for you now that we're on TikTok. But y'all, Risa Tisa, she's been invited to some buffets, y'all. Look at her.
They're getting big.
She's getting big, man. All these, you know, the green room snacks have gotten to her. So she's got another story time. I didn't even listen to it. Hold on. I'm trying to find my favorites. Because there's a song we got to play for y'all. Oh, y'all, I've been saving food. Did I save the song? Maybe I didn't.
Oh no.
Wait, what is this? I got a Kamala Harris one. Okay, hold on. Let's play this.
All these things on my phone that prevent, you know, for the sake of security. Yes. But I used to love our family group texts. Like when we would, I mean, it was everything. Like when Wordle first came out. Did you get the word?
yes,
or
that's
when,
a
you
good
know,
one.
like, right? It was just, it was so
fuck?
good.
It's her bitching about how she misses group text.
Can't group text now?
I guess not. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find the big back song. Hold on. I can't believe. See, now I'm gonna mess up my search algorithm. Here it is.
Big back, big back, big back, big back. Yeah, my back is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big back has no room. Big back, 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 big back.
The comment says, my big back thought he was saying Big Mac. This person said the new Big Back anthem. Oh, dude. That is so funny.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
got all
was-
kinds of stuff. That was rough. You know how we have
Lord.
you know how Big Booty Judy's got her song? Maybe that'll be because Marlandon says he's big back. Maybe that'll be Marlandon.
Oh, we're gonna play it from Marlandon.
Or like whenever I'm eating, because you know, lately I've been eating a lot, like eating during the show. Yeah.
Lord.
people are gonna think that we're body shaming. We have a big booty Judy, big back, you know.
I mean, I'm all about body shaming. Not Marlandon or Judy though. But like,
No, that's out of love. We're not body shaming.
why is Judy dropping bars in the chat? She said it should be big back, no neck.
Marlon is a y'all
That
got
was
jokes
funny.
about it. Yeah.
That was funny.
No, you know,
Technically,
please
I
know.
didn't make the joke. Mo did.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
tired of being looped into your shit. I'm
Dude,
so tired of it.
no, because here's the thing. Like, I was a big back in the day, and I have big back moments. You know what I mean? Like, where I behave like a big back sometimes. So it's no shame. Like, I say it out of love. If I call you a big back, if I say you got a big booty, it's love. It's all
All these
love.
things because I love you.
I say all these things because I love you.
Well, I have a subject that I think everybody has kind of been waiting for us to discuss.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm probably going to get bitched out for my comments, specifically from Loza. And
Oh, God.
That's okay. That's okay. Because just like Loza has said many times, I'm probably the only one that reaches out like, hey, bro, you good?
Yeah,
I'll
you
sit and have a
sure.
conversation with him, offer him whatever advice as a woman that I can, especially on like emotions and shit and how to let stuff go.
But he told Jesse Lee Peterson he don't seek advice from women.
Oh, stop being messy. I don't need that. I don't need to hear it. Please. Loza, this caught my attention because I speak to Loza behind the scenes about the music. He'll ask me, hey, how does this sound? What do you think about this? This is going on. Sometimes I think a lot of times he's just hitting me up to vent. And if that's what I'm used for, like, whatever. That's cool. Everybody serves a purpose. It's all good. He had been talking about how he doesn't want to do MAGA anymore. And he wants to make the music that he likes to make. So my advice to him is like, bro, you do what you think is best. If you want to make that music, then go make that music. And the people who rock with that music will follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people who don't rock with it and they only like your political stuff, those people are going to rock with the political shit. But you like can't be getting mad and throwing tantrums when they don't rock with something you put out.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this conversation several times. And then he puts out this owl hunting song where he's got AI Drake on it.
Mm-hmm.
And none other than Mr. Joe Budden himself came across this and now is reacting to it. And Loza is very happy about this going viral. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because we had a private conversation and he asked me this very specific question. Do I sound entitled or do you understand what I'm saying? And I think I told you about this conversation and I told him, bro, you sound like a spoiled brat.
Mm-hmm.
These people don't owe you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought something to his attention, which was pretty much like, are you in this to facilitate change or are you in this to get fame? Because either way, the people are going to see it and the real ones are not going to rock with you. And the people who just want to use you for whatever they want to use you for, they're going to be there 1000%. But your music has to be organic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if he took that advice from me, but I know that when we're in those peaks and we're having those conversations, he's down. But the second he's got something that goes viral, he's up.
Yep.
You don't hear from him. I don't hear from him. He hasn't responded to my text. I hit him up, I think a few days ago. I hit him up just to check on him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if he's responded. But in those times where we're in constant communication, it's usually because something has gone wrong. It's gone wrong. And I want him to hear me publicly say it. Bro, you're going to lose real ass people who actually want to see you do good when you abandon us the second something goes great.
Yes.
Like your music is going great.
Yep.
You got Joe Budden talking about your shit, right? But while you're losing the real ones, you gain the fake ones who aren't going to tell you when you look flaw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna lose them.
That's Loza in a nutshell.
So here's the clip. Matter of fact, let me read this. I'm gonna read
I was about to say, read that. Mm-hmm.
So the caption says, "Stop scrolling and pay attention, IG. I'm making history, shaking the mainstream industry up. I got Joe Budden to react to my record, Owl Hunting, dissing Drake, and he don't know it's me, even though my verse always at the end, very strange. They must think I'm AI. Ha ha ha. I'm good at going viral. I'm diabolical.
Okay, so
Now,
question. Does that say he hit up Joe Budden? So basically, he brought this to Joe Budden's attention.
he said I got Joe Budden to react to my record.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe he knows someone who knows Joe. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. He hasn't. I don't know if he's hit me up because I haven't had my iPhone on or my Mac on. I'll check in after the show, but I'm not sure of the context of that.
Okay.
All I know is that one moment we got you talking about how cancer's got you down and out.
Yep.
And you're telling me you can't create music.
Bone
I'm
marrow
offering my
transplant.
ear as a friend, all this other stuff. And
Laying
then
on
boom,
ambulance.
got a hit and everything is good. And I don't hear from you no more. And cancer is not that big of a deal. And I'm not
Right.
I'm not downplaying your condition.
Yeah.
I'm telling you how people like me,
Perceive.
honest people who want to be there for you, perceive you at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
I hope you receive this in love, because these are things that I've said to you privately, but this is something that's public that we need to react to.
Mhm.
So this is our channel. We're going to react. You guys check out this video.
I think, and if that's AI, then I'm back in the game. Album out tomorrow.
Let me start over.
And those drum rolls sound like that beat was.
I'm just
whoever that is fire.
Whoever penned that is, yeah.
So the reason I'm saying all this is because the people who've been cheering you on and telling you, bro, keep going, you don't give a fuck about us.
Mm-hmm.
But the second a piece of trash like Joe Budden, who comes at D1 for coming out against the industry and telling these rappers to stop putting out this poison to the youth and actually talk about some stuff, come together to try to fix the problem and unify people.
Mm-hmm.
He attacked him. Okay? He attacked him left and right. And you're happy to have someone like that listen to your record and say it's fire, when people been calling you fire all along, bro. We don't even get no shine like this. And listen, I'm not saying that I'm entitled to a spot on your page, but the people who have been rocking with your music that do reviews when your song drops, you don't repost our content and say, hey, y'all go check out, hey, look, SOONIE and Mo reacted to da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We don't get a spot in your stories. We don't get a thank you. We don't get none of that. But you're happy about this figure. And I understand what Joe Budden represents, but at the same time, half the industry don't even rock with Joe Budden because of his antics. You're happy that this guy has something nice to say about your music when real ass people have been rocking with you for so long. Don't even get we're not getting rizzed up, but this dude is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got all these people who don't know you, who ain't talking to you offline, listening to you when you're down, pumping your head up even more, and you forget about the people who have been here.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason this caught my attention. It didn't catch my attention because Lowe's is going viral. It's like, damn, bro. You don't even care about the people who've been rocking with you behind the scenes, but you care about this?
Right.
For real?
But see, those people that are rocking with you behind the scenes are the people you hit up for donations when the music's not hitting right. So now it's got to be about cancer. Because you don't go hit up Joe Budden for no donation. I don't see Joe Budden making no donation to you. And this is the thing about it. It's like SOONIE has said, like, oh, should we have Loza on the show to talk about it? And like, part of me wants to say, yeah, because I feel like it'd be a good conversation. And I know that Loza will be receptive to it, because that's what Loza does, is he like acts out, and then like we talk to him and he backs down and he's like, yeah, you guys are right. And he has this moment where you feel like he's changing. And then he goes right back to his bullshit. But let me just say this. I've never heard of the song Owl Hunting, so I'm not quite sure how it's changing the world. Maybe you want to play it.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean, bro.
Because
even in me offering you criticism, I'm still going to play your song. And I bet money you don't show this. And I don't even feel like I should have to ask. I feel like you should just do it off the strength of like, okay, these people rock with me no matter if I'm up or down. You feel me?
Yeah. But let me just say this though, and we'll see after the show, because anytime we play anything of Loza's, I get hit with a music copyright, which tells me he hasn't paid off his label because Loza himself doesn't have copyrights unless he's tied to a label. And the label has rights to his YouTube and all this other stuff. So he told everybody he paid off the label, but as soon as this hits, as soon as we're done recording, I'll have to mute the whole segment with his song in it because otherwise I have to share copyright with his label. And I'm not going to do that.
Well, here's the actual song. It's got almost 1 million views, 700,097 views on this video. And here's the song. So it's pretty much him using Kendrick Lamar's voice with his bars. And apparently the industry likes the song. Like I said, I'm not hating on you getting a viral song, bro. I'm not hating on the fact that Joe Budden reacted to your stuff. I'm glad the music that you want to put out is gaining attention. Congratulations, bro. But you don't recognize the people who have been supporting you for so long. It never bothered me to see Loza post somebody else and be like, oh, I went on such and such a show. I did this or I did that.
Mm-hmm.
But to see Joe Budden up there and all the stuff that he's been in the news for, especially not even the news, but just in our conversations culturally about, which is telling rappers to shut the fuck up, calling out the disgustingness of the industry and the music, that bothered me. That really bothered the shit out of me.
But and I'm sorry if and Liddell, we'll get to the DMs in a second. I'm sorry if I'm missing something.
What are you missing?
So his post says, stop scrolling and pay attention. I'm making history and shaking the mainstream industry up. Joe Budden reacts to my record, Owl Hunting, dissing Drake, and he don't know it's me. So how are you shaking up the industry? He didn't mention your name. See, this is the thing about it. Is Loza, you should come out with that dope beat because I love the beat on the song. Come out with it with you rapping. Stop using AI fake rappers to get your shit to trend. Because that's not, people aren't tuning in for you. They're tuning in for the name that you put in the title of the video. That's why you put your verse at the end. You've got to believe in yourself and stick to that, whether it goes up and whether it goes down. SOONIE and I get up here every Tuesday and Friday and put a show together like we got 1 million views. Like we got a lot of people watching us, and we don't. You know what? One day though, we had over 1,000 people watching our live, and it was incredible. And
Yeah,
it was so cool. I mean, we never got that again, but it's okay. Like that didn't make us like, oh God, I gotta go like text somebody and tell them how shitty I feel and blah blah blah, and I gotta put a GoFundMe up and all this other stuff. I don't know. Like he's delusional. He's delusional. So
I just want you to recognize the people who have been there for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Not even for no attention. It's like it's like having a friendship, and your friendship, the energy that you put in is not reciprocated back. I would never be friends with Mo if I'm constantly calling her like, hey, how are you? What's up? Or I send her a text message like, hey, how was your weekend? We're not constantly talking about politics. This is my friend. We talk about what our families did, or I'm doing this, or like my move that I have coming up.
Yeah.
We're talking about that, bro. Imagine if I only hit you up to complain about something going on.
Oh, I would never answer the phone. I would never answer. I mean, it would get old. You know what I mean? Like it would get old.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that, okay, damn, his song went viral. He's been waiting for a viral hit, and he finally got it. Like, shout out to you. I read the caption, and I was like, you kidding me? All the people that do reaction to your music on YouTube, all the people that don't got that type of reach, like, you have a big platform if you really want to be honest. You can easily get hundreds of people to sit there and listen to you talk or complain or whatever you're doing on the live.
Yeah.
You're so worried about people not helping you up that you're not even helping the people who are trying to help you up. To me, it's a full circle moment.
Yeah.
If I get put on, guess who I'm coming back for? The first people I'm coming back for is Mo. I'm coming back for Liddell. I'm coming back for all the people who were rocking with me way before anything. How can we make this work and all work together?
Yeah.
That's just how I think. My friendships are, I'm going to reciprocate the energy.
And and any time that you spoken to Loza, I can answer right away. For me, has he ever said, "How's your family doing, SOONIE? How are you doing?"
Every now
How's
and
your
then,
platform? Yeah. He does. Oh
Every now
wow.
and then.
Oh, that's
Every now and
amazing.
then.
But is it
Every now
a
and then.
segue to like enter in his issues?
It's usually me reaching out, being like, "Yo, what's up? How are you?" For sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's reciprocated and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's reciprocated after he's got, all his venting out. And he's like, you know what? How are you doing good? Like, what's up with you? One of those moments where like, it's like, how somebody's going to approach you type of thing. I know what I'm, so I don't take it personal. Like if I get it, how are you? Whatever. If I don't, it's like, okay, cool. I get his intentions, but the actions need to match the words is all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. All right. Liddell sent us something. I don't know what this is because it says the caption from official Joey Fresh says passed a bill and now in USA. So I don't know what the context is of this, but
Ukrainian spies.
Let's see.
Walmart infiltration.
Hey, y'all watch this. So this chick from the Ukraine get hemmed up in Georgia for stealing on the job. But listen to what she says in this phone call.
Just real quick, that's from this is from 2023. That's what this says right here.
Check it out now. The Americans know. Walmart infiltration.
How do they know that though?
The mission cannot continue now.
I don't believe this.
Well, somebody right here says I speak Russian, and that's not what she said.
Okay. I could put. Matter of fact,
hold on.
Can you post that in our group chat? Not our group chat, but can you post that link in
What's up?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I can run it through a translation model and see exactly what it's saying.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that shit.
If that's what she's saying, that's crazy. If not, then dang. A whole bunch of people just got. I gotta upload it. All right, well, we can, while this is doing what it's doing, we can, if that's true, then what the fuck? But
yeah,
I don't think she would be that dumb to say that on a 911 call when I don't know. I don't know. There's something about this, and I'm like, yeah, right. Like,
especially she's fat and Russian. I ain't never seen no Russian woman look like this. I don't know. There's lots of Russians actually where I'm at. There's a huge Russian community where I'm at.
Really?
Yeah.
Russian. Translate to English.
SOONIE's about to break the story right now.
Upload video. Hey man, you be sleeping on AI. The AI is about to translate this video for us in real time.
Okay.
You're doing all that talking about AI, and look, you're sitting here using it. Look at that. Faster. All right. Export. I gotta sign in. I'm so sick of that. You got to sign in for everything. They want your name and your last name.
They want to know.
That's why you make burner emails, bro. Don't ever use your real email.
Somebody said that she said, Sasha, I'm getting arrested for stealing from Walmart. They are about to take me in. He said, okay, I'm coming to Walmart now. She's saying you won't make it because they are taking me in right now. I'm so embarrassed. I'm an idiot. Nothing is said about any of what they said is translated.
Somebody said BS. She said I got crabs in my cooter and they caught me stealing some butter to dip them in. And she said, you will have to go get a banquet microwave dinner because no seafood tonight.
That's funny.
Hey, look, this is a great way to, market.
Oh, well,
there's that thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed people. I took 6 years of Russian language arts in China. She said this exactly. And then I can't see what it is because it says see more and I can't click on it.
I don't know. Pretty interesting though.
Why the fuck would Ukraine be on a secret mission to infiltrate Walmart? Come on, people. Liddell. See, Liddell, this is why when you be mentioning some stuff, we like, Liddell, we got to fact check you. This is crazy, Liddell.
He put a thinking emoji like
he said. I love that.
Liddell, you had a boomer moment. It's all right.
It's all right.
He had
Liddell.
a boomer moment and he was like, what's this?
Did Dan Bongino report on this? Is that what happened?
Yo, you're crazy. Let me see. Oh, I can share my screen. Here we go, guys. Let's see if it got the translation right. Wait a fucking minute.
Wait, what? That's what exactly? There's no way.
Yeah.
It's translating. No, it's translating exactly what it says on the screen.
No, it's not. It's translating the language. I have a translator on. Hold on. Let me go back. I can't go back if I'm on the screen. Ain't no fucking way. I would be mad if all these people just sat here and lied.
Where is our Russian audience
English.
at?
Yeah, where is the Russian audience? AI video translator. Okay. I went to the right one. Come on now.
You think people who speak, my son's girlfriend, she's from Poland, and she understands a little bit of Russian. Maybe I should ask her.
Maybe you should.
Let me see.
What is it called? What's that show? Dang, what's that show? Where you get to call a friend for a lifeline if you don't know the answer to the question.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know what
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah. That.
Do you know Russian? Can you tell us what she said? Or she's gonna be like, who the fuck is us? Can you tell me?
Original language. All right. I have to do it all over again. Russian, English. Bethany. Bethany's gonna read what she's actually saying. Shout out to Bethany.
Y'all said wake her up. Y'all, she goes to bed. She's probably not even gonna answer me. She goes to bed so early. She's like me. She goes to bed super early.
Y'all are old.
Well, she's super
Red
young. She's my son's age.
I can't talk. I've been going to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's
Like,
the best.
it actually is because I wake up right on the dot at 6:45 and I don't feel sleepy. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I don't want to get up. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
Go do
Like,
everything.
honestly, if I could go to bed at 7 and wake up at 4, I would be like the happiest person on the planet.
I don't want to wake up at 4. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I do. Okay, let's see.
Back in the background audio, guys.
Okay.
Coming.
Whoo! Look at our viewership going up just because they're just so nosy. Shout out to Liddell for extending our live. What? What did she say? I can't see anything.
No, it's not done yet.
Oh,
It's
okay.
extracting the background audio. She said, what? You were so funny, bro. When you feel left out of something, it is
I
hilarious.
hate it. I hate it, dude. I am FOMO. I am FOMO. Fear
That's
of
why I don't
missing
say
out.
shit no more. If I know something and I know I can't tell Mo, I don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and I'll be like, I already knew. She'd be like,
Yeah. Like there's nothing that like cuts me deeper than like if I see like a bunch of people having a conversation and I'm not included.
What?
You know what? Okay, no, I'll give you a great example. So at Bryson's wedding, it was Brandon, Oliver, Right Wing Angel, Craig, and somebody else. It was the guys, right? So obviously that makes sense, like why the guys would stand in a group and talk together. And like I'm the only like influencer girl, out of the group. And like we all got together, we like took a picture, and then like I was talking to Corinne, and then the guys started talking, and I was like, well, wait, I want to be over there, like where the guys are talking. I mean, I love Corinne, but like I wanted to be where the guys were talking because I was like, surely they're talking about like influencer like stuff. You know what I mean? Like Brandon's always dropping, gems, of like knowledge. So I was like, I need to be over there because I need to be in that loop. And they were totally like talking like, yeah, man, like we got to get on a call. And I'm like, I want to be on the call. I was like, I want to be on the fucking call. But it was clearly just for the guys.
yeah.
But
hold
I
on.
wanted to be on it.
Let's see.
You look good. This. A girl from Ukraine was shot in Georgia for stealing work. Listen to what she says in hers. Phone. Call.
This is so suspenseful.
Look. Americans know. Valmert infrastructure.
What?
The mission cannot.
What?
Continue.
We're like waiting.
I'm telling you, I'm here now. I'm forbidden. Oh, I don't. I can, Sash. That's it. It's just fucked up. Yes, please take Bogdan and tell Bogdan to quit too. Tell
Bruh, that is not
what
that translation says that we're reading on the. I'm sorry.
That's even worse.
I gotta zoom in.
You know what? Stop right now. No. SOONIE, we need to do a short on this. So we're gonna end the show. We need to do a short reacting to this video and releasing the truth.
Okay, guys.
You guys are gonna have to watch the short to see the rest. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.
Peace out.
They say something so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say something so